If you've been to Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall, then you know they serve amazing food. A modern take on classic tavern fare, along with a super selection of micro beers and craft cocktails. But did you know that Sammy's also has a great happy hour? Every weekday from 4 to 6, you can enjoy half-price appetizers. Favorites like truffle fries, duck tacos, Kobe beef sliders, and more. Plus, get $2 off all beers, all cocktails, and all wine by the glass. And with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is the perfect place for happy hour sports action. So join us for the happiest hour of the day at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall. Conveniently located off I-80 in Antelope, Sacramento, California. Hello, everyone. I don't know why. I like having to squish over a little bit more.
They did that on purpose.
Yeah, well, then you have to like move more toward.
Got it, I'm out of here.
Okay. Hey, everyone. I'm Veronica Brill.
I'm Justin Kelly. How's it going, guys?
All of the guys that work at Stone's doing commentary their names have to start with a J, and all the ladies have to have a V name. Mm-hmm. So Val and Veronica, Justin.
And Jake and Justin.
And Justin. So
yeah.
We're the team VJJ.
It's true.
So tonight we have a very special final table of our 350 buy-in, and drum roll please. I have the names and I have their stacks. Let's just do a quick rundown because I see they're already playing and we're gonna get to the action. So seat 1 is Robert G. He's got about 26, and I'm gonna talk big blinds. Average stack right now is 225. Blinds are 6,000, 12,000. Robert G has 26 big blinds. Daryl in seat 2, he's got 18 big blinds. Robert in seat 3 has 14 big blinds. Chris Hinchcliffe in seat 4. This is the second final table he's been on.
Yeah, he's been on a heater.
Yeah, he's doing great. So he's got 11 big blinds, still, anybody's game. And Casey's going all in his hand. So that's Casey, one of my trifecta members. He's got 8 big blinds. He's making a move right here.
Right off the bat.
Going all in with ace-jack suited. He's putting his money where his mouth is.
Well, when you get down on this final table,
he's got 8 big blinds.
A little hand goes a long way. You've got to make a move. You just got to.
Yeah, I mean, if he folds ace-jack suited.
You want to count?
It looks like everyone's folded to the small blind, and the small blind made a raise, and then, here's the Catholic school teacher with the ruler.
I never know if they're going to push in chips or just hit me with it. I'm not.
So Casey's got 96,000. Should have 96,000 starting this hand. This is the first hand in. Next to Casey is Valerie. She's got 9.5 big blinds. Seat 9 is Ken. He's got 20 big blinds. Nelson there with pocket 4s. He's got 22 big blinds. So even if he called, he'd be pretty short if he called Casey's all in. He'd lose half a stack, but.
And he's gonna fold, so Casey's just gonna take it down. I don't think Casey was really looking for a call there. He'd rather just take down. At this point, the blinds and the antes combined, there's a lot to gain just from taking down the pot without seeing any cards.
So, average stack, 225,000. 135 players started. This was a $350 buy-in. This is our end of the month Sunday tournament. Daryl Dreyer. He's in seat 2 there. Awesome artist, local guy. He's a force to be reckoned with in tournaments. He won a huge tournament. I think it was a WPT.
Yeah. He was actually a WPT Deep Stacks, I think, coach on their roster for a minute.
Yeah, so he's big time. And Robert, actually, I didn't even know that was our Robert.
It is our Robert. I told you. There's our movie quote, side betting prop master there in seat 3.
So we've got 2 Roberts. Robert in seat 1. I know a little something about Robert in seat 1. What do you think he does for a living?
I could guess, but I don't think you want me to. Tell me.
No, but what does he look like? He looks like a skateboarder kid, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants me to tell anyone.
Oh man, now he's going to be known as the mystery man. Now everybody wants to know.
Let's just say it's a doctorate. He has to
Really?
get a doctorate to
Oh,
do what
nice.
he
He's
does.
got a player hating degree. He's
Well,
got a
no,
PhD.
no. You don't have to get a PhD to get a doctorate.
Ah.
There's one program where you don't need to get a PhD to get a doctorate.
Ooh, we'll leave it up to hinting.
Yeah.
We'll let the internet do the research.
And I think everybody folds over to Val. Val was supposed to be doing commentary tonight, and you know, what kind of worker is this? She skips out on the job
So she can play poker?
so she can play poker.
Weak.
Yeah.
That's just not courteous, Val.
Drake RX, what's up? Nice to see you in the chat. Watbry. Watbry's here also. Watbry's mucking around with some, he's playing some Omaha because we have Omaha night every Monday and Wednesday.
Oh, nice.
He also enjoys our Wednesdays, which are half price wine Wednesdays.
Who wouldn't enjoy that?
Who likes my shirt?
Show it off. You know it had to happen. Hey, you know what? Raise your hand if you like my shirt. Just throwing that out there.
That's probably the only way. Keep over.
Like tonight, I'll send that many.
So it should be a pretty active table. I think we got some solid characters there. I mean, Daryl, just with Daryl and both Roberts, I think you have some solid characters. Plus, you know, some other fun faces at the table.
You go your
So
side.
it looks like action is on Robert. And Robert in C3, if you ever have like movie trivia questions, he's the guy to talk to. He knows everything about every single movie. I bet you he had a Blockbuster membership before
Oh,
like
and-
Blockbuster died.
And Hollywood Video. He had to have
Hollywood
both.
Video,
He had to have
yeah.
both videos.
Hollywood
worked
Video
out.
had a porn section, right?
I don't know. I think you know better than I.
So it looks like Robert put in a raise and Chris called. Because the blinds right now are 6,000, 12,000, and Robert put in a raise of 35,000. Chris calls with Queen Jack suited, under the gun +3. Nelson is sitting on kings, and what better to have kings when one person raises and you get another caller.
I love it. People betting into your hand is just one of those fantastic feelings that you wish you had more often than it actually happens.
And so he raises last hand, which is nice because it looks, you know, it might disguise his range a little bit.
Absolutely. So it looks like he's gonna re-raise it here to.
Let me have my coffee. Let me
Val's
talk.
going. Feel foot clamp.
Ken, what are you gonna do? Ken, you've got 3-4. You know, you need some TV time.
Yeah.
So original razor. So Robert and Chris both have the same suit. So Robert's, you know, this is a favor for you.
Yeah.
He's not gonna call. He's not gonna call. Yeah. So do you notice our plaques are out? Chris is letting this go also. Our plaques just make the game so much more sick. Chris is kind of, I think, Hollywooding this a little bit, or maybe he's gonna call. Maybe he's.
Maybe he thinks Nelson's just making a move.
And
There
you
was
know,
already a lot to pick up there.
I'll tell you, Chris is a really competent poker tournament player, and he might think he might be able to outplay him post flop.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you ever, you know, when we're playing poker, you're like, I'm just gonna call anything she does here because
Absolutely.
I can outplay her post flop. No
Exactly.
problem.
Of course. Because I always underestimate. I'm like, oh, I can't let a girl beat me. I call and then I just wonder where all my chips went. So you know, accidents happen. My parents told me I was one, so it's good.
I don't know. It's all into call. I can't see him calling off here. You know?
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
no.
So I'm
There's
thinking.
no bluffing. There's no
I'm
bluffing
thinking-
post flop.
I'm thinking he can outplay him post flop. There's no playing post flop. It's all into call. Sorry, that was my mistake.
He just says, you know what? I'm just gonna see 5 cards for this price.
Let me just like bring up my talking points pre-written.
Well, you know what it is? It's funny because it's one of those things where, too, you know, you wait a day for the final table, you've played this long to make it this far. I mean, how long were they playing yesterday to make it this far? 10 hours? 12
Yeah,
hours
yeah.
or something? So it's like, you know, you got to think, do I necessarily want to get it all in on the very first or second hand?
You can see the pay scale at the bottom of your screen scrolling there. And, you know, this is a good fold. He knows he's going to make a good fold. He'll be able to watch it after, too.
Yeah. And he got, I mean, even against like an ace rag, even if Nelson was making a move with ace rag, he's still behind. Although the two
So-
in-betweeners always crush me.
It's like a $200 difference between ninth and eighth. So,
Yeah. And he makes a good fold, as he should.
ST Sherm, what's up? CBR Matt, what's up? ST Sherm too, I know. I didn't notice that. That
We're getting warmed
it
up
was
here.
all in, but he's like, you know, post flop outplaying him.
The
And
coffee hasn't hit her system yet, guys.
Yeah.
Just be kind.
the tequila has, but the coffee hasn't.
Classic mistake.
I'm a classy broad. What do you want me to do, huh? Look at this school teacher, like Catholic school teacher right here, with her ruler. I love her.
Oh, I love it. It demands respect too at the table. Like, don't get out of line because you know that you could get the beat down.
Think long, think wrong, let it go. The Poker Clueless, what's up? So yeah, nice to see Chris in the final table again. Some familiar faces. Robert, you know, he's a cash game specialist, and here he is on a final table. Robert in seat 3. Is that my phone? Is that yours?
Not mine.
I gotta make it stop.
Not mine.
Valerie is just a force to be reckoned with, and she's on the button. Everybody's folded to her, and I think she was like thinking about making a move here.
She pondered.
It looks like Ken just called.
So now it's on Robert, who is the big. And I think it's his option. You were saying about the plaques. I love the tiles. I love playing with the tiles when I was over in London.
Those square things.
Yeah. When I was over those rectangular things that I never see. When I was in London, I found a little local poker room, and the main reason I want to play there right here is because they have tiles, and tiles are rad.
How sick is it just making a bet with some tiles?
Yeah. And he's like, especially when you got 8 deuce, just like stone cold killer, and he takes it down.
Well, okay, so he got small blind limped. Call the big blind. What do you? That's what you're supposed to do.
And that right there is why he's at the final table.
Right, Cobra?
Yeah, and if you're in jail, you can call him too.
You get one call, and that's it. One.
So yeah, we can see the Robert in seat 1. So he did have almost 27 big blinds. He's probably more than that. Alan was our chip leader with 39 big blinds. I think he still is. So yeah, it's gonna be it's Robert and Alan right now. It's their show. Although it is anybody's game.
It's true.
No,
No, anybody's game?
no.
I don't know. I've seen some players that shouldn't be like that.
Don't you love when players like get their cards and then they start rubbing them and
Absolutely.
like, come on, aces, come on. Like
But you
it's
know
gonna
they
just, like-
change. Like, that's legit. They actually do change.
Yeah, I agree.
Good.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
making sure.
Tooth Fairy, all that stuff.
And it's always the dealer's fault too. Good or bad, always the dealer's
Setup
fault.
change and a seat change, you're good again. So Chris is all in for 89K. So he lost a little bit. So that's like, I think that's a pretty good shove. He has like what, 8 big blinds, 9 big blinds.
Yeah, I mean, when the blinds get this big, really, you can't let your stack dwindle so much to where it won't even make an effect if you push all in. You at least have to have a little bit of ammunition to really get it in there and just make people think twice about it rather than just auto calling, because it's just a no-brainer, you know.
So Daryl was skydiving earlier. I read his tweet. CBR Matt asked if there's chops allowed. They do have to play for 2 hours. Those are our house rules. So they have to play for 2 hours, and then whatever they decide, they can decide amongst themselves. And Daryl
Daryl's gonna
calls.
make the call. He's going to make the call. We're going to see a showdown. And this is exactly what I was talking about earlier when you have ace rag, essentially, to 2 in-betweeners.
Oh, look at that flop.
Ooh,
Daryl's got.
Lots
I mean,
of
he's
sweat.
he's a lot ahead, and
done. Daryl's going to take it.
oh, that's too bad.
First card was an 8.
You know, not much difference between 9th and 8th. So
I think Daryl had made a comment saying, "Let me look at the first card," and then he auto called, and then he makes a joke after he wins the pot that the one card he looked at was the 8 instead of the ace. Classic.
Needle.
Classic. Just the extra needle. Just put in the knife and then twist.
So that's Chris Hinchcliffe, and he was on our last final table also. Very competent poker player. Cashes out for, I'm waiting for the scroll, I think 1,400 or 1,200.
8th is 14, and 9th is going to take.
1,245. $350 buy-in Started at 10 a.m. yesterday. 10 or 11? Did you play?
I think it was 11. No, but I came here and played some cash for a
Service
minute.
to 11, please.
I heard you did really well.
I try. Every now and then I get lucky.
You're a professional, just tell us. You're writing a book.
I wouldn't be. Well, yeah, picture book.
I write under the name Daniel Negreanu. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I read you like a book.
678, what is up? Nice to have you in the chat. 678 is like a wizard. He live streams, so get to know him.
Nice.
He's our
Okay.
friend.
Good.
Like I said, a lot of these guys didn't like me when I started. I've grown on them. They
Nice.
just accept my
Just like some disease.
Commentary.
Some disease that's growing on it.
They're
you
just
won't go
taking
away.
they're taking antibiotics. Valerie's putting in a raise here in the hijack. Looks like just trying to raise to 27K. And Robert doesn't have that much of a hand. Ace-3 suited.
But
We'll see.
If he thinks she's just making a move, though, it might be enough to make some action here.
And you know, she's had to make some moves to get to this point. So I don't know how many hours she's played with Robert. Robert might want to look her up.
And he is going to look her up. Going to the flop. Ooh. Got a fun little piece of this Valerie with a pair and
and-
open-ended.
Yeah, and backdoor flush for Robert. And he's got a gut shot also.
All in.
She's all in. I like her hair. Look at her haircut.
She came to play. And Robert's going to fold. She's going to take it down. So there gives you a little idea of where we stand with some of the big blinds. Our two short stacks both have 11 big blinds, so they're pretty much in that all-in or fold type mode.
Yeah, Casey picked up some chips. He started with 8 big blinds, so he's picked up with those with that ace jack hand, the first hand. So yeah, how'd you get in this booth?
I just wandered in here one time by accident, and they just let me stay.
Yeah, you were trying to go to Chick-fil-A and
I got lost.
got
I
lost.
was like, this isn't where I park my car.
Except you got a close.
Is that allowed? No?
Yes, if it's you. There's a rule in the back. It's like if Justin says it, it's okay.
Well, I know we could keep it PG-13, but I'm thinking PG-13 from like the 80s, where you could get away with like a little bit more, you know?
I don't know if you just saw who was sitting there, but that's freaking Cobra.
Oh, yeah. I
If
don't-
you see Cobra coming to your table, just take your chips and save yourself some heartache and pain.
I put his Cobra, and I feel that he was staring directly at my soul.
Into your
like
soul.
Inside my chest.
And then he like didn't even need to buy it. He just took it out of
Yeah.
your body and he owns it. And he owns your soul.
I asked for it back, and I got told no.
Yeah, so he's kind of a sick animal. So Robert's putting in a little raise here in the small blind with ace king, and it looks so. There's two Roberts.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we gotta have a Robert versus Robert here.
Okay, so there's a Robert versus Robert because Robert G just put in a raise of 30K with ace-3. Robert Y went all in with ace-king. Robert G, I don't know if he's gonna be able to call this, is he?
No, I think he's gonna think about it. I mean, I hope he gets away from this. I'd like to think that he puts the other Robert as a pretty tight player who's not pushing with less than ace-3.
He is one of the chip leaders. He'd be so dominated here.
Cobra also representing the Stone sweatshirt. I mean, I feel like I really like it. I wear it a lot, and then I come in here and I feel special, and then I see everybody else wearing it, and I go, why?
678 says he shouldn't snap shove ace king there. That's a mistake. And then he gets called by Robert versus
Who does
Robert.
call?
Wow.
All
Okay.
bricks so far. Still, oh, that's going to seal it up. Robert's going to take it. Robert Y, that is.
Is Callie Donk? Oh, I like Callie Donks is in the house. What's up? I like Callie Donks. I'm gonna show it again. I got a special T-shirt. It's my special shirt. I'm gonna like get high stocks for this.
That's okay. Just keep doing it. So we're going to have a new t-shirt each week, guys. So we don't have
You know, I think anyone else, I mean, a lot of other players, I think Robert, it would have been a wise call with ace. Well, I don't know if it would have been a wise call, but it would have been an easier call.
Yeah.
But Robert in C3 is notorious for being snug. Notorious, except after a bottle of wine. You know, but who isn't?
No, I mean, you know, I've played with him a couple times, and he's just pretty rock solid.
So, also, if you're playing trivia, you want Robert on your team.
So I talked about Robert and his prop betting before, but recently he had a prop bet where people would name a movie, and I think his over-under was within like 3 years of either way,
Wow.
and he was nailing them like that.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
good.
just a beast. Like a movie from, that's 1962, and he just got it.
Robert's the best. Yeah, he kind of destroys me in trivia, but we're even on prop betting. You know, because I've asked him some stuff that he didn't know.
Oh, it feels good,
So-
right? When you stump the master, you're like,
Yeah.
ah.
Yes. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that.
No, it's good.
Yes.
So Daryl here with pocket threes, and I figure, you know, Daryl's pretty aggressive when he plays. He's going to pop it up here to 25K. We're going to see where that gets him. See if Nelson wants to get funky with a little ace-5 here.
Ace-5 suited in a cash game's fun, but it may not be that fun
It may not be final table tournament fun.
final table tournament when you only have, 12 big blinds.
It's not too much left to call, though, for him, relative to his stack size. So he might just see what happens. He's gonna make the call.
It's out of position. You know, I'm not a huge fan with these hands out of position, but and again, I'm not at that final table. So he flops the best of it right now with a pair. The thing is with Daryl's range, ace king, ace queen, ace jack, all those kinds of hands, and then little pairs, he might think that he's good if he's just with, ace something.
Yeah. And Daryl has a pretty good sense of where he's at in the hand. I think that also Daryl gives off that image to where, I mean, it's very believable that he could have ace-5 beat here. So if he plays aggressive with this, I think that Nelson almost has to get away from it.
Tens, jacks.
Yeah.
Even
I
nines.
mean, even sixes or sevens. I mean, any sort of mid pair, you got a pair with
Everything-
a straight draw. Everything that Nelson doesn't have, basically.
Nelson, you're beat. You're beat.
I know.
That's what we're screaming.
I can see his hand, and I still like. It,
And,
he's
and we still
advertising
know
that
you're
he
beat.
lose.
You're playing against Daryl.
See? I mean, like his reputation precedes him, and easy money.
So here's the thing. This is why I'm saying, okay, ace-5 out of position. What are you gonna do when you flop a 5?
Exactly. What if you have ace for that? You have no kicker. I mean, I guess it's different shorthand in final table.
If you flop a 5 on a 9-high board, is your plan to just check fold?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like, it's so hard to play that hand out of position. I would have, if that was my plan, if I hit a 5 and I'm just gonna fold, or if I had an ace, I'm still considering folding, then I wouldn't have even called.
Of course. Yeah. And especially at this point in the tournament when chips matter, it's not like, okay, I can get away with calling 100 or 200 out of my 5,000 stack. You've got to call off sizable chunks at this point.
It's Blake from Workaholics. Is that you?
Oh no, Blake from Workaholics, they're talking about Daryl Dyer there. He looks just like him with the curly hair. Hilarious.
I don't
Good
watch
reference.
Workaholics.
It's okay, we'll get a picture for you. You'll be like right on the money.
I've seen commercials for it though.
Yeah, no, it's pretty funny. So the thing I like about Daryl is Daryl really just plays poker for a living when he needs to. I feel like he's the guy. So Daryl skydives all the time. He basically
Super amazing
artist.
watercolor artist.
I mean, he basically literally just crashes in a tent wherever, at the airport, out in Lodi, skydives all day, and then when he's like, oh, hey, I need a couple dollars, he rolls into a casino,
Wins.
buys into a tournament, final tables it, first places it, second places whatever, takes his 10, 20, 30 grand, and just like, cool, I'll see you in a month or two. I mean, I swear, you gotta respect it.
Then there's the rest of us, like normal people.
And we try to grind it out all day, and we're like, man, I just can't figure this out. And he rolls in, he's like, oh, all you gotta do is that. Like, let me show you with pocket threes against ace-5. Let me show you how it's done.
He has to have like some sort of magic rainbow on his van or something, with like sparkles like glowing behind him when he drives.
That's the way I picture.
Yeah. A unicorn's on it.
Yeah, for sure. Puking rainbows.
Poor Daryl. He kind of like doesn't like me, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna not like me even more after
No, he loves everybody. It's like, he hates everybody equally. How's that?
this. Yeah, that I would agree with that. I'm gonna call one Roberto and one Robert. Name, which one should be Roberto? Roberto.
That's Roberto, yeah.
Yeah, Roberto. It's easier that way.
Robert Y is the official Roberto, if you see him. Oh, he puts the water there to hold a seat.
Call dibs on the
Just in case. Just in case somebody's going to come in and take a seat in the tournament.
Yeah.
You got to respect it.
After this hand, they're gonna have a 10-minute break, and we're not.
No.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. We're gonna have
We're going to
coffee.
cool off. You're going to feel verklempt.
We're gonna get verklempt. Your skin looks like butter today,
I'm
by
just
the
going
way.
to forget about everything. Forget about it all.
Maybe we'll get Chris in the booth.
I'm down for a random guest commentator. We'll just, whoever
No,
walks by.
Chris, because he busted out, he could talk to us about the tournament.
I was just going to say, grab any random person walking by. Throw them in here. See what
Oh
happens.
my God! Why did they let you in here? Let me text Justin and get Chris in this booth.
I told you it was the Chick-fil-A. All right, so it looks like we got Casey here going into break on the short stack here with 9 big blinds. So again, he's got to make a move. Val and Robert G here with 13 big blinds. Again, you know, still getting down on the skinny stack. You know, you're going to raise, 2 or 3 times the big blind. You don't really have much ammo to go past that point, so you kind of need to get ready to make a move.
Are you talking about poker?
No,
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought we were
It's-
just here to chat.
Oh, okay, good. I thought it was sounding a little dirty.
Sorry, I didn't mean it. Or did I?
Or did you? So, they played, I think, until like 10 or 11 p.m. last night. It started at 10 a.m. It is our monthly, last Sunday of every month. It's a 40K guaranteed, or as we like to say, warranted, as my mother likes to say. And then, 350 buy-in, monthly deep stack, 40-minute blinds. It is my favorite NorCal tournament ever, actually.
No,
So-
it's solid, and it's great because you can always count on it. You're like, hey, what am I doing? It's the last Sunday of the month. Bam, done.
And you're not really ever doing anything like,
Never.
no one wants to date you or anything.
No,
probably.
it's nothing important.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
lonely and
okay.
single. I cry every night, but it's not a big deal.
You listen to The Cure pornography and cry every night. You didn't listen to that album. You didn't like it.
I listen to a little bit of it.
You didn't like
I'm not
it.
a Cure junkie like you. I get it. I'm sorry.
I like the happy sad. I like the happy
Happy
sad.
sad. That's good. Fair enough. That's good. Happy sad's a good description.
Whatever. I like Kelly Donks that says Lyman is my BFF. I'll send you one. I like Kelly Donk because I know actually Lyman is your BFF.
So could you catch me up with this Lyman? What's
So
this about here?
Lyman is a host of another poker show
Okay.
in another city, and I have a lot of respect for him.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, he's one of my favorite commentators.
Nice.
So I went down and played on their poker show, and I thought he was going to do commentary, and I was all excited, but he didn't end up doing it. I got Tuckman instead. Oh, no, but Tuckman, I love Tuckman too. Great talent coming out of LA, and now I feel like we've got our show here, and the talent is starting to develop here with our players. We've got local superstars now
Yes,
that are on our
it's true.
tables all the time that are being recognized.
It's true.
Starting to develop some commentary talent, and it's been a lot of fun.
Well, we've
I-
talked about this before. I mean, I think that just in general, California, especially Northern California, sorry for all you SoCal people, but we have a really strong poker presence up here.
My tramp stamp doesn't meet SoCal requirements, so I actually can't go. Yeah.
That's understandable. That's too bad.
I saw an awesome tramp stamp on Twitter that said Walmart.
Ooh, nice. And the cool thing about that tramp stamp,
I don't know how
especially-
they got my picture.
No, but at Walmart though, it's all you're always gonna see it because I don't know if you've seen what they wear there, but it's basically like a
No,
petting zoo.
none of us have seen.
Never.
Never.
Nobody's ever people watched there.
No. So yeah, Veronica, how's the game in LA in terms of difficulty? Just curious compared to SAC. So, okay, to be honest with you, so I was on the live stream in LA, and I had it was a 2-hour live stream, and I had played horribly. I couldn't have played my kings worse. I played horribly, and I warmed up. I played that night, and I played the next day. I made money both times. I made a nice amount of money. And I would say there's a lot more grinders in Sacramento. I would say that there's a lot more hardcore grinders
Who play religiously, daily, for
and
the
like
nut, for the
study
living. Yeah.
and are on a meta game. And I found that there were. I'm not trying to insult LA in any way, but there's a big group of donators to the game in
Oh,
LA.
yeah.
They were I don't know if it's because it was my first time there and they never saw me before. They were calling me with nothing, calling me with ace high.
No.
It was. They were trying to look me up, and I don't know if they thought that, I didn't know that a straight was good there. That I had a straight, and they were trying to pay me off, and they didn't know that I they thought I didn't know that I had a straight, or that
Right?
whatever.
You just wonder, like, sometimes people think, like, do they really look at me and think, okay, this is probably their first time playing, they don't know what they're doing, like, I mean, I don't know, it's weird. I mean, I really wonder what's going through some of these people's heads sometimes.
I find as a woman, I'm either treated two ways when I first play with someone. It's either like they think I'm always bluffing them, and they think like, they think that I'm this super elite pro, or they think that I'm absolutely hard. Like there's no.
You're clueless.
I'm
You have
polarized.
there's no in between.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
you're
no in
Polak,
between.
but-
So either way, I get paid off.
Yeah, right. I know. It's disgusting. I think you swear to God, if you just play nut every time, you just get paid.
But yeah, I think it's a lot harder. I played 5-5 when I was in LA. I think it's a lot harder to make money at our 5-5 game here because there's so many competent pros. But I think our 1-3 game is like their 5-5 game.
Yes.
I think our 1-3 game has a lot more, weekend players, recreational, once a month players.
And what
So-
happens with our 1-3 game here is that it ends up being a pretty deep stack 1-3 game. I mean,
Oh
it plays like the 2-5
Oh
game.
God and
I-
baby Jesus, yes.
I was just telling this girl, I bought in the other night, and I sit down, and it's a 1-3 game. I figure I'll buy it for $300, $400. I sit
No,
down.
you're short stack.
I'm right in between two guys that have 1,500, and I'm
No.
like, I asked for the 1-3, and they're like, this is the 1-3.
So one night Jake and I came in here, and Jake and I have been buddies even before this live stream. So Jake and I walk in here, he's like, you gotta see this table. There was like $26,000 on the 1-3 game. You couldn't buy in for 300. It's pre-flop 300.
Yeah.
It was bananas. And so, it's a little different out here. Yeah. We don't have micro stakes. I find they have micro stakes in LA. But I love it up here. I love our card room. Just in general, the atmosphere is, there's more room in between the tables. We've got an in-house restaurant like right here that will get you your food in 10 minutes.
Of course.
And
Nice seats too. The seats are comfortable.
waitresses that are, catering to you. The second you sit down, you can get some water, you get your drink, you don't wait for the coffee cart.
The coffee.
I thought it was so weird.
Get the coffee.
They had a coffee cart.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, really? The waitress doesn't bring coffee? But
No, you gotta do it yourself.
so anyway, hey Justin, can we get Chris in here for an interview? He's gone? Oh,
He ran away.
I wanted.
The second he heard
I
the Veronica
I would have
one,
gotten up,
gone.
and Justin could have talked to him.
Let's let him know. Chris, we would have loved to have you in here, but he's at Outback Steakhouse now enjoying his
man.
ninth place winner's
He's
dinner.
taking the winner's dinner.
Went straight to Outback.
Some waitress
He
is going to
spent
get a
it
good
all
tip.
there, yes. So
I want some Outback.
If I can convince him to come back, we'll get him in the booth for you guys.
Yeah, I want some of their bloomin' onions, man.
I was gonna say, or just get the next person to bust out, but don't send him over here for a half hour. We don't need any spoilers.
Yeah.
Because we are on a delay.
Yeah. So, Rick and Barstow, so nice to see you. Rick and Barstow sat on my left when I was in the
That's
live stream.
right, yeah.
And he is part of gold. You know those people that like, Rick and Barstow, here's $1,000. Can you hold it for me while I go to the bathroom? And he would wait, and he would hold it for me, and he would.
And it hasn't moved an inch from his
Yeah,
hand. He's like, it's right
because-
where you left it, in my fingers.
Super trustworthy, super heart of gold, amazing guy. One of those people, friend for life.
So let me ask you this: for people who may be curious about wanting to come here and play on the live stream, maybe have
Oh,
some
I thought we were
butterflies.
about curiosity about
Well,
other things.
Different. That's for off camera. That's for the other break. But no,
I went to, nursing school. It was all girls.
so much curiosity. Just one time at band camp? No, I'm kidding. But did it change your style of play? Did it change the way you felt or thought at the table? Knowing
where?
when you were playing on camera, you knew you were on a stream.
God,
you knew everybody
yes.
can see your stuff.
Oh God, yes, the whole thing that
All
kept
your
running through my
cards are
mind.
on the table.
I was like, oh, the trolls are just eating me up.
Right?
They just love this. I'm just feeding the trolls.
Every move you make, you're just like watching, judging. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. But you have to understand, the reason why I'm sitting here and I'll play I played on our live stream, is I really, I can sleep at night even if I look stupid. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with being wrong. I'm okay with not looking perfect all the time. And a lot of people have issues with, oh my God, if I make a wrong move, everyone's going to see. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, it's
really
poker.
care.
I mean, every single person is in these exact same scenarios. They just never know it because they don't have the luxury or I guess the nightmare of seeing it on film afterwards.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is what it is.
Hey, I spent my 20s doing stupid stuff, so I'm okay.
In the words of Scotty Wynn, that's poker, baby.
Let's poker, baby.
Back to the
Cray
action.
Cray Fishy, what's up? Cinematic, nice to see you. 678 still in there. Poker Pro Eric. I love me some Poker Pro Eric. He's the nuts. Robert G's picking up Ace, King. And does Roberto have a hand? No, not really.
No, Roberto. That's how we distinguish the two Roberts, by the way, now, guys.
Now
In
it's
case you guys
Robert in seat 1, Roberto in seat 3. I put out some Polish Snapchats today.
I didn't understand them. I figured they were Polish.
Well, it wasn't in gibberish.
Close enough.
Hey, 678, what are you talking about,
Did you
huh?
ever get your mom on the stream? You said you wanted to get your mom on
So,
the stream.
my mom's against gambling. She's like, Veronica, why you still go casino? Veronica, you know what? You go casino, I don't talk to you anymore. And I'm like, Mom, just come on the live stream for 2 minutes. No, you're gonna embarrass me. You're gonna talk like me. You think it's funny? Everybody make fun of my accent.
I'm laughing. I mean, I think it's pretty funny.
And I'm like, oh, Mom, I'm not trying to make fun of your accent. I think you're the funniest woman I know. No, Veronica, you know love mother. You torture us, mother. No.
Oh, man. And Robert's going to take it down. You raise with Ace King. Everybody folds. You win. Easy game, folks. Come down and play.
I actually did a 5-minute amateur night at a comedy club, just like imitating my mom.
Oh, man.
So I'm gonna put the link up on Twitter later.
You have all the material you need right now.
Oh yeah, she's like, she mixes up swear words and turns them into everything else. Oh, this guy's a shooter, right? This guy on the left, this guy on the left,
Yeah.
he is a shooter.
Shoot him again.
Like, if you see him at your table, thank the frickin' poker gods, because he'll either demolish you or bless you with
Just get
many
ready to
mortgage
call,
payments.
but you might not win.
You might not win, but man, that guy is awesome at the table.
That guy.
I still to this day regret folding my queens to him on a flop, on like a 10 high flop that he shoved on. Anyway, it was at a big tournament. I won a satellite seat into a big tournament, and I was like, I don't want to go out right now. I was too results orientated with that, and I didn't know him at the time.
Yeah. If you would have, though, it would have been a snap call.
Had I known,
Snap push.
Raise 38,000.
Looks like we got a raise coming in here. From Alan, I think? Yeah, he's going to raise it to 38K.
So Alan is our chip leader. He's got about 40 big blinds. Probably a little less now because the blinds have went around. So, you know, it's hard messing with the big stack. Although I always like to put pressure on the big stack.
See what you did there.
I don't know what I did.
Clever. And take it down.
So the blinds and Auntie's Poker Pro Eric have gone up. They're 8 and 16. So yeah, average now is 253. We should have done that. We were talking. I should have done the math. I'll have to. This guy's a computer science guy. You can do the math.
Don't you know you're at work? You're supposed to be over here with your calculator, typing in your little
Boop, beep,
numbers.
boop, 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 beep.
As long as you make the
Beep,
sound
bop, boop, bop,
effect.
boop, bop, beep.
Enhance.
There I go.
Loud noises enhance.
Poker Pro Eric, stop being such a troll. You know that the blinds went up. I love Eric. He's like,
This is our same Eric who plays here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, of course.
very opinionated about a lot of things.
So,
He's the guy in the gay parade with the biggest flag ever and spinning it around.
That's where I saw him.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure, but now I know. The funny thing about Eric is I am his kryptonite. If I have a 2-outer against him, I hit it every time. Nobody else. I'm not that lucky, I promise you guys. I'm not. But against Eric, if I need, 1-outer, 2-outer, I just hit it every time.
So Daryl's made a raise to 33K. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Poker's
There's actually
happening.
poker. And we have 10s.
Talk amongst yourself.
Oh, pair against pair.
Casey's got 10s. Casey has 100,000 chips.
So this is one of those spots where essentially Casey's like, if he's in there, he's all in.
He has to shove all in.
Yeah,
Nice.
and he does.
Don't you love when players have like a 500 chip behind and they're like, I didn't shove all in, I've got 500 behind.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh yeah, put that in there. See if they fold. See what happens on the flop.
Hold off 100,000.
And Valerie's out of there. And then it's around to Ken. who I can't see doing anything. I think he's just kind of saving face at this point.
Let's just call Casey Daryl. Damn, Daniel. Oh yeah, Daniel.
Damn,
Daniel.
That's been going around. I hear that a lot lately.
You didn't see the original
Oh no, I
Vine?
saw the video.
Damn, Daniel. With that
And then
white
I saw him. They went on the
Converse.
Ellen show, and they brought him out like a full surfboard that said "Damn Daniel" on it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Daryl's gonna be 69, big lick to call,
Daryl's
and puts
not
in a
gonna like
call.
where he's at here. He's definitely behind. He's not happy. Oh, he's already trying to pre-muck.
Crazier things have
He's not
happened.
happy. Yeah, oh yeah. We've all seen the 2-outer get there. Let's see what happens. Daryl's gonna need a 4 to steal this here.
4 on the river.
4 on the river. He's already yelling it. Oh, that's rough. Or maybe a 5-3. That's gonna be rough. You can't even get an 8.
Don't bring your witches
I'm
stew
sorry.
here.
Let me bring it now. God, now it's just a straight 2-outer.
Casey's-
Now it's easy. No 4 on.
That
the
would have
river.
been sick, right?
If he calls 4 on the river before flop even comes, that's impressive.
That would be. He could work for California Psychics.
I've seen it.
I would have, told him to
I'd
try to
pay
get
that guy
job.
for a reading.
How much was that pot total?
Looks like we have a pretty commanding
Let's just
lead with
say
our
he's
chip
almost.
there, 500.
So he should have about 200K.
2016, 816.
Eric says, funny thing about Eric, he actually introduced Daryl Dyer to my home game a long time ago, and that's actually where I met Daryl. Was he just strolled into my house and took all my friends' money? So me and Daryl are cool
Did
like
he
that.
eat your food too?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because
Sure. It wouldn't be complete without it.
yeah. But I could see your house. You'd have pizza. Like you wouldn't sit and make like bone broth overnight and
No,
like
are you kidding
cook
me?
for
My
8
house?
hours.
No, are you kidding me? That's it's like $5 Little Caesars all day.
I cook, man. I cook.
Not when I'm feeding like 30 of these poker hooligans. There was a few tables. It was a pretty epic.
No, I'm
house.
saying if I invite people to my house, I cook. I cook everything from scratch, man.
We get
I
it.
got
You're
that.
a good host, man. We get it.
Got that gene pool, that Polish onion, garlic, cabbage gene pool.
I was never invited.
I'll bring you some cabbage. I've been eating cabbage all weekend, so if it stinks in here, I
Is
apologize.
that what that was? Get some decent hands shaping up. Valerie, it's on her now. And she's right there, one before the button. Nobody's done anything. She's got King Jack. She's definitely going to come in here for some chips.
With the, let's call it the Reno vacation.
Yeah, let's get it.
Get it, girl. She's in the cutoff. Daryl's got a decent hand. He might stick around, but he just doubled someone up, so he might be hurting
It
inside.
just hurt a stack, but it's not a whole ton to call. I mean, 16K to call versus his stack. If he feels like getting in there, he doesn't have to get crazy. We're going to see what happens here. But then it's Daryl, though. I mean, he might...
Behold the stack of
I know.
Daryl.
He might not just call. Daryl might just, if he's in there, he might be there with some pressure, and he is. And there you go.
Oh,
I told you, he
beast
just knows.
mode.
He feels it.
He's such a beast.
Gosh.
Oh.
And Valerie's just like, great.
Oh man, this is such a bad spot for Val. It's so hard to call off. She's got, what does she have starting? About 100,000.
Yeah, 100,000, right? And Daryl, it's not, I mean, even if Daryl loses, it's going to suck, but it's going to take, less than half of the stack, whereas it's all in for Val at this point.
She's folding.
Yeah.
She's got her, as Jake calls it, fold posturing.
Fold posturing. She's got the, I'm going to sit here for a minute. I don't like it, but I'm going to fold probably. I just want to spend a few more seconds with this hand before I throw it into the muck.
She's so cute with her haircut. I think her hair was longer before.
247.
That's not all I want.
Yeah, please fold. He's like beast. Like, what's he supposed to do? Fold ace 10? No, you're right. That was the right move. But he's just like, he's so in tune and fearless. That's what he is.
And it's a good fold. It's a good fold from Val. She was behind. Good move by Daryl.
You can screenshot the video. It's gonna be logged by like Kelly Docs.
Okay, Annie, 2,000.
Let's go put Daryl in second as far as chips goes.
18 big blinds with Daryl. All right, I'll do it for I Like Cali Dogs. And then this is the last
I was
time.
gonna say, I'm actually keeping track. This is number 3, guys. This is time number 3. If we get to more than 5, I don't know. Now we're just being self-righteous or nothing, I guess.
Waprai sitting next to Jake. So 678 says she raised folded 8 big blinds with King Jack, getting odds, and needed to chip up to ladder up. Yeah? I mean, with 8 big blinds and you're putting in a raise, you almost should be committed to maybe shoving that hand. If she shoves, does he fold? You know?
If she shoves it all right there,
Yeah.
I don't know, because that might even look more like she's just making a cutoff move, right? She's just like, oh, I'm right here, I'm just gonna, or a hijack move.
Casey's got the suited acey-doocy. And Poker Pro Eric is being the devil's advocate and says it was a good fold because she needs to chip up. Hard to do if you get knocked out 6th, 7th, or 8th. And Poker Clueless says I don't think he folds.
I don't think he folds either, and I don't think that was the hand she wanted to go out on necessarily either.
He may have folded. I'd like to ask him that when he, you know, later on. I'd like to ask him because he may have folded because he just doubled someone up. You know,
Yeah.
so
He already lost a bit, right?
yeah, he might be a little steamy. Buy-in is $350. If you look to the right of the screen, all of the information is there. 135. Oh, sorry, $350 is not there. 135 players. It was a $350 buy-in.
And to get down to the
Started
final 9,
yesterday.
they played about 12 hours yesterday, give or take.
Yeah.
Raise 45,000 total.
So this is our first action we've seen out of Ken in seat 9. Ken's got an ace-4 offsuit. He's raising it to 45 in the hijack. Blinds right now are 8,000, 16,000. So it looks like a...
Got Daryl thinking about it here with King Queen. 45K to call, total stack almost 300. He's got the button, so obviously he likes his position.
Ken in seat 9 had... He's probably got about 19 big blinds. He's 20 big blinds. I think he
Daryl's
made
gonna
it
let it go.
2.5 big blinds.
And I think that, yeah, that's the only opposition Ken would have got to this hand. I think everybody else is pretty much going to hop out of there, yeah. But Ken's going to take it down. Raise and
We're all
win.
gonna see it. Oh, nice.
That's, I'm worried though, because what's 6 and you do 6.
And again, I mean, these blinds are getting up there to where even if you have a large stack, it's not like you have a whole ton of blinds. You don't have an extreme amount of maneuverability around it.
Which is typical for almost all final tables.
Typical
So,
final table tournament.
how many final tables have you been at with like 100 big blinds?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, trust me, if you're there, it's because you've been surviving to get there. It's not like you're there, you know, Donald Trumping it up.
I like to Donald Trump it up.
I was like, I didn't even want to open the floodgates. No politics in the poker room. We have enough politics in the card room.
This is the penalty box, actually.
I know, this is where the poker players go that were bad. The ones that
I feel
can't
like
make it.
you're like back here, you know?
The ones that can't make it to the final table, we just hang out.
Just like taking a good look. I can't see the chat from here. I need better glasses.
Yeah. So we got the actual Robert, not Roberto. Thinking about 16K to call. He's just going to put it in there. He's going to make it all in.
Like a Saturday night, he's just gonna put it in.
That's it. Straight up.
Straight up. No hanky-panky beforehand.
None.
Just
No warm it up. Just go for it.
no sweet talk.
Nothing. No,
No
pillow
dinner.
talk. Nothing. Not even a
Nothing.
nice steak dinner.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Maybe some Taco Bell.
All it was like a little smiley face text. Boom, done.
Done.
In there. Go.
And it's in.
Nelson's gonna cry fold. The cry fold. Yep.
He's a good-looking guy. I'm sure all he has to do is send a little smiley emoji.
He just says, "Let there be women."
Supposed to save the bluff for us. I don't want to bluff Vicky.
Does it work like that?
I tried once. I got slapped.
I'm married. My husband's a gentleman, so I can't say he tried that stuff on
Hey,
me.
not all of us can be cool and in the Air Force. He didn't have to try. He's in the Air Force. He's like, "Hey, I'm a rock star. I'm in the Air Force.
He's like-
you want to get married? What are you doing Saturday?" And you're like, "Okay,
I'm
okay."
gonna date you so hard and marry you so good.
I've been trained for this. I know what I'm doing.
He's so Maverick to me.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Does he fly inverted? Just checking.
Inverted.
Just checking straight up.
All fighter pilots fly inverted.
I get it. I get it.
I don't know. You know, people ask me like pilot stuff. I'm like, just because I'm married to him doesn't mean I know anything about pilot
It
stuff.
doesn't come on. They're talking about like, "Oh, we couldn't go below a hard deck of this and blah blah blah. We're flying this many knots," and you're like, "I don't know."
Yeah, it would be like people coming up to him and asking him about nursing stuff. Like, what does he know?
Now, does he play poker at all?
He does. Yeah, he does. He's actually quite good at it,
Is
but
he
he
as
doesn't
good
have
as you?
time.
Be honest.
No one's as good as me.
Oh, there's the brag. It's like I fished for the brag. Boom. Trolled it right out.
Daryl's putting in a raise to 33K. Big blind 16.
Nelson's gone.
No one's got anything for him. Casey was hoping for a walk. Casey's looking for some TV time because
Yeah,
he's normally one of our
Casey's gone.
regulars on our cash game, but he hasn't been here for a while because he's a swim coach.
Okay.
So it's spring break now, so he's here, but he hasn't been here for a while, so he's like, yeah, I gotta soak it in, soak in my TV time.
Yeah. Daryl Dyer just actually flipped up and showed his hand. He actually doesn't show like ever, so that's pretty surprising. And you know, playing with a lot of these players too, I don't necessarily see. Like Daryl is mostly like a tournament player, and you know, you don't have the luxury of necessarily seeing his cards or seeing how he plays when you're at the table. And so this is kind of a nice treat to see a little behind the scenes action.
Sorry, were you talking?
No, I was just rambling. Just stop. Just like nudge me whenever. We're fine.
I'm just joking. I listen to everything you say.
I don't. I want to see Val get in there and just double it up.
You want to see Val get in there, huh?
Yeah,
Just,
you heard
go
me.
hard.
No, she's married
Get
too.
in
You calm
there.
down. You relax yourself. I don't know if it's to a fighter pilot. We can't all be as fortunate as you.
I'm just living the dream, man. I'm just living the dream.
Must be rough. Somebody's got to live it.
All right, no more talk about me. There's Led Zeppelin on right now. I love the soundtrack in this casino. Is Chris back in here? Is that Chris? No, Chris is at Outback.
Looks like it's heads up now between Casey and Valerie.
Look at this guy's.
The battle of the
Look at
blinds.
this guy's
You see the
talented.
You see that?
Look at this guy.
that
He's a
brings up a
magician.
great point. I love when people try to pretend like they don't know what they're doing at a poker table, and then I see that kind of chip trick. And I'm like, I know the pure amount of hours that you had to put in just sitting at a table with chips to learn that. So don't tell me you don't know what you're doing.
Never tell.
Like a girl sitting down. This is my first
I've never played
time.
before.
And then
They're
she's
just
like,
they're shuffling stacks of like 40 chips. You're like, okay, Mister, I've never played before. I'm just a juggler from the circus.
Casey for the win. Jeff 882,007. He's got 10%. Casey, I think, owns 2% of himself tonight, so
Solid.
he needs to get first place to almost get his money back.
You know, Daryl, I actually saw him in an interview, and every time, sometimes, okay, so his mom likes to play slot machines.
Daryl's mom?
Daryl's mom loves to play slot machines, and Daryl was on the phone with her one time and said, you know, Mom, it's a losing proposition. Why are you doing this? You're a hamster on a wheel. Stop doing it. And she's like, oh yeah, what should I do instead? And just jokingly says, well, you should just invest in me, buy a piece of my action. So the very next tournament, she buys a piece of his action, and that's the one I think he wins for whatever, 80 grand, 100 grand, something like that.
Wow.
And he's like, see, Mom, all you got to do is bet on me. I'm like, wow, now that gets
If
the
he
good
was my
soundboard.
son, I would totally buy a piece of him.
For sure.
Why aren't you selling me 80%?
I feel like he should just sell out every time. He's like, guys, even if I lose, I still win. Every
Casey's
time.
on the button and he just calls. And action's on Val, she's completing. And then Ken is more than likely going to check. I would love to see some kahunas and like shove right there.
Oh yeah.
That's why I don't last, because that's what I would have done. And then they'd be like, pretending, I've got aces.
Just kidding. So it looks like we got a little bad on this flop. We got like a weird gutter ball straight draw for Ken. We got bottom pair for Casey. Val's just hanging out, hoping maybe everybody checks so she can steal it. But she's in first position. So
Casey actually has a pair, but it, you know, bottom pair.
No, nobody really likes that board. Nobody's comfortable with where they're at right now.
Casey has position though. He could bet right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Everyone's playing so snug because the blinds are so high relative to their stacks.
No, absolutely. It's tough because every bet, I mean, you can't just bet and throw away when you get raised out, whatever. I mean, you're always dedicating yourself in some regard or another.
I'm dedicated to a lot of things.
It's true. Unfortunately, commentary is not one of them. Sorry. Burn. I'll get you cold water for the burn. It's fine. Everybody's just drinking.
678 said, it's okay, Veronica, I like to shove too, and also I don't last. You know, if I'm in the big blind and in these stages, someone's like limping, they're both limping and just completing, and depending on who it was, depending on who it is, I would have shown some aggression there in the big blind. I like to punish limpers.
Yeah, right? And sometimes that can actually work against you because sometimes those limpers know it and they'll limp with a big hand.
Right.
And then you just like, I'm all in, and they
That's
snap
where my
call.
problem is.
They snap call. They're like, oh, here's kings.
Yeah, that's
You
my
know?
problem. They know me. She can't take her finger off the trigger. Oh, please fold this Dalton. Dalton was on our live stream, on our 5-5 game. Alan's raising a 44K with ace queen off. No, Ken's got a pair. I don't know if anyone's gonna play.
Yeah. No, not. I mean, relative
Ken
to a
might
stack.
complete.
Yeah, exactly. Ken's got to push. So Ken
and
pushes it. We're gonna see a raise
shoving.
here. Pretty sure Alan's gonna get in there. Oh,
Alan's
the
gonna
big
call,
stack.
yeah.
He's insta calling no matter what here. And Robert gets out of the way.
Lyman's in the chat room.
I saw that. That was number 4. That was the 4th time. We're counting. She's only wearing that. She said laundry was dirty. That's why. This is the only other shirt she had. So sorry about that.
All right. So Alan's asking for a count. We know he's probably gonna call. It's 178. So it's a good portion of his stack. He is the chip leader. If he loses this though, he'll be cut down to. What's he at right now? Oh, he's
What's
got.
the chip leader like?
He had almost
500, right?
500,000. So he probably has like 460 right now, 450.
Yeah, it's still less than half. Still less than half the stack, but not something he definitely wants to give away. Oh, he's thinking, he's
134 to call. Oh man, he doesn't want to give up this chip lead, but
It's not the easiest lead on here by any means. I mean, I think it'd be a lot easier if it was, ace 10, ace jack, maybe, but unless you got a pair ace king, we're racing here.
I like Kelly Donks. I didn't know that you would be okay with me saying your name, so I always call you I like Kelly Donks. I know his name. We're friends.
We're gonna call him. It's just a couple of
Look
time
at those plaques. We play with plaques. We play with plaques.
So much plaque.
Oh, the plaques are so sexy.
We have a typical race here, guys. Let's see what happens. Alan is going to be looking for an ace or a queen to knock out Ken. I'm unfortunate. This is where they
Where's
always
the popcorn?
This is where they double board pair me. Like, I'm so excited. Oh, right off the bat, there's the ace. So maybe get a sweat card out there and give some extra outs for the pocket threes.
A deuce 5.
I know,
Perfect,
something.
right?
Oh, now sweat.
Now you just
down
need
to
a
2
3.
threes.
1 3.
1 3. Looks like a 3 just folded.
1 3.
Single
Needs
outer?
a case.
No. Top 2. Now it's just overkill now.
You're out of there.
Yeah, you're just being greedy. Wouldn't that be great if you had dealers who did that? You're out of here. Like you missed the flop. Strike 1. Strike 2. And strike 3 on the freaking river. You're done.
Spend it all in one place, young man.
Oh man. Okay. So he picks up 1,400. That was Ken in seat 9. Nice playing with you, Ken.
It's going to leave us down to 7 players at the table.
1425, I believe. 1452, sorry.
That's going to pump our big stack to even bigger here. He's going to be looking
Oh,
at...
man!
How do you want
No!
That's, you like that? I don't actually use numbers. I just go larger and smaller.
Sometimes it's easier that way.
Yeah, well, you know. I don't like to get into
To be in
specifics.
control.
But his stack is
I'm a
big.
lightweight.
I am too.
Now he's quite the massive chip leader. I think he's gonna be like 470. I'm guessing.
Oh, more than that? Didn't he almost have that one at the beginning of that hand?
No,
I think
no.
he's like...
I'm sorry, 570. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he's up
570.
there.
I stick to bath
He's going to have a pretty commanding hand.
Lyman Pope said if a dealer did that, he'd have to wear a face mask. You're out of there.
It's socked.
shower bath salts are actually better than shower mirrors. Yeah.
We have a discussion at the table about bath salts. This is a friendly table. Bath salts versus conditioner versus... Poker players sitting around talking about, oh, Val's going to get it in there with ace-3. All in for 91K. And Robert's out of there, so Daryl's the only one. And Val's definitely in the lead right now.
'Val's got 5, 6 big blinds.
So it's 77, 75 for Daryl to call, less than a third. Just not quite enough to be an easy call. You know, gamble. Might just probably get out of here. Oh, he's it's what you're talking about. He's gonna rub,
Yeah,
they're gonna
he's
change.
rubbing it, and then they're gonna change.
Boom, pocket queens.
Aces.
Just like that.
Oh.
See, no, they don't
See,
change
I'm
the
more
aces.
optimistic than you.
Come on. You're just being greedy. You know it only goes up as high as queens.
They said Daryl loves his bath salts.
I feel like people probably ask him all the time, like, how do you condition your hair? Can we just talk about hair products for a minute?
I think he's calling here.
He's thinking. I think he's got to probably think he has 2 live ones. Yeah, now he's gone. Yeah, he's gone. Take it down. Val lives to see another day.
Poker bomb.
She flashes the ace. I love the you pick it up, just kind of show it casually without showing it and drop it.
Oh, Alan, 707.
I told you, he's tanked up there. More than 2-to-1 chip lead
Beast.
right now. And Daryl in second.
I didn't see it. Can we flash those chip stacks again? Because I want to see. The big blinds again. How many big blinds they have?
They don't do requests in the booth here. You're just a talent. You're here to watch.
Hey, Bob is another one of my BFFs.
Yeah, guys, we have some awesome guys in the booth, by the way. Like this, there's a whole team of people behind us that are putting up these graphics and counting chips and moving things around. So, unfortunately, we'd like to think it's just all Veronica here, but there is more behind the scenes.
I'm not the only. I'm like boop 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 beep beep beep, like moving the cameras.
And they all
stuff.
have Lyman shirts as well that they show at least several times.
All right, I'm done showing it.
Have I guilt tripped you enough?
Yes.
I hope you got your bags packed for this guilt trip we're going on. And there's Cobra again.
Such a beast. I don't like if I see Cobra coming to the table, I'm gone. Packing up my chips.
That's why I have his jacket.
Did they say Cobra for the
Just now.
135?
Yeah.
135?
I guess live straddles? Why not?
That
Go
must
for
be a
it.
PLO.
4 straddle games are fun. There's
Jeff,
some action for you.
88207, 2007. Hey, what's up?
Eric is correcting your math now. Classic trolling. 520 plus 180 equals
fucking-
470.
I was just guesstimating, dude. Val's all in again.
He gets the Super Troll Award.
Roberto, what you gonna do?
111,000 to call. Roberto knows he's got a drawing hand, right? And he actually has no idea that he's in as good of a position as he is right now. But he's gonna get out of here. Once you start showing the cards to your neighbors, you know it's over.
Show Cobra, look at this sick fold, dude. Look at this sick fold.
Oh, look at the smile from Val. That's what I like. The smile of, yeah, I got away with it. I'll take it. I'll take it all right here.
Yeah, Val, next time show up to work, okay?
Now, a little difference too, guys, between this live stream and the cash games. That the cash games, you see a lot of the players watching the stream. and they're getting information half hour behind, but they're knowing exactly where these players
Super
learn how to
annoying.
work. It is, and it's kind of crazy. But if this tournament, you're not allowed to do that. You're not even allowed to use your phone. So these guys won't see any of this until they bust out way after the fact.
They've actually transported themselves into 1979 where there was no technology.
They don't even know what to do. They're like,
don't
if I'm
know.
not live tweeting my chip stack, how will people know?
Yeah, so they have no idea what a telephone actually is right now. So Nelson is first to act. He's under the gun. And blinds are right now 8,000, 16,000. I'm so happy to see Casey. I haven't seen Casey in so long.
Just pops in, final tables,
Yeah,
hangs
just
out.
like, hey guys, what's
Hey,
up?
what are you guys doing? It's Sunday, it's Easter, I'm bored. I'm just gonna go take down a tournament real quick.
Yeah,
See you
and
guys
then,
tomorrow.
Yeah. Then I'll go back to whatever I was doing before Easter.
Yeah. Sure, so Val's gonna get out of there. Down to the final four here.
Robert has got a pretty looking hand.
Exactly. And Daryl's right behind him with the smallest of all
Raise all
pairs.
in.
And Robert's going all in.
Oh, the whole chair lean back, think about it, ponder it. I think, especially with the players behind him, I think Daryl's, pretty much gonna let this go. I'm thinking, because it's for his entire stack. Oh no, it's not. I'm sorry. It's actually less. It's actually for about half of this. Thinking about it, looking at it one last time, seeing if the whole rubbing maneuver changed it to queens. And he's gonna get out of there. He's gonna get out of there.
That's close enough.
It's all relative, though.
And we have, looks like we have the other Robert getting a count here, Roberto.
Robert started with almost 320,000 and he's down to 157.
Now, this is Robert G here, right? I think we might have reversed the graphics here. Maybe Robert Y pushed with King Queen, and Robert G. Isn't this Robert G?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I think we did. I think we reversed it a little bit.
Robert Y is in the small blind. He's looking at his, yeah, okay.
there we go.
Yeah. Quit messing with my, quit playing games
Yeah.
with my heart.
Yeah, we'll take it back to like 90s boy band. That's a win.
I think you snap with ace kings.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I should have gone.
So yeah,
Lyman has the Daryl Dyer starter hair kit.
Valerie C. Valerie's short stack with 10 big blinds here.
Yeah, that hair doesn't grow overnight, guys. That's trained and grown for quite some time. And I think he just does it because when he skydives, he likes the way it flows. It's very graceful.
I'm getting the, your hair is good, thumbs up.
Nice, that's good. I didn't get that. I'm kind of bummed.
No one cares over here.
I didn't think they
Sorry.
did. I'm going for the George Clooney salt and pepper look. Hey, he was like the sexiest man of the year like 20 years ago. I got a chance. Oh, here we go. We might see some action with Val. Actually has just notched over Casey. Ace King to Ace Queen, but then Nelson, King Queen. We might see some fireworks here in this hand.
I want to see fireworks. So Casey's putting in a little raise here.
4th of July come early.
Raise to 37.
I think we know Val's move here. And she's going to go all in the middle there.
Raise all in.
Yeah, so Val's got 10 big blinds. It's a good move with that hand.
161.
She's going to have Casey dominated.
Now, what do you think, Nelson? You think he's just going to sit here, ponder it, and then get out of the way? I mean, Casey was the original aggressor next to him.
You've got someone in front of you putting in a raise and another person re-raising. King Queen doesn't look great here.
No,
And
especially
another person shoving over top of that.
In essentially, it's for your tournament life. Yeah, he's correctly folded. As he should.
Casey's gonna call and hate it. If he gets away from this, I'll be shocked. She's all in for 161. Casey's got Casey actually, yeah, Casey's, no. Casey's got more
124
chips
to
than
call,
her.
yeah, 207. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's Val who's all in here. Casey calls.
Yeah, but Casey doesn't have much if he
I mean, it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's an easy fold. I mean, I'd say it's easier probably to call than to fold this, but again, it's the same position where do they have pocket pair or ace king? And I think Val's pretty comfortable here. She doesn't really care either way. I think she's comfortable in this spot.
She's like, F it.
She's like, that's fine, call, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. We're fine. If you fold, I win anyways. We're good here.
The thing is, she's so short. He can't be thinking he's so dominant. I mean, she could be doing this with like an ace 10 suited,
Exactly.
with like 10s, with 9s. He's still pretty good against those hands, except he is very dominated in this hand.
Yeah.
But it's just surprising to me that he's taking this long.
Right?
But it is for most of the stack.
Exactly. It's not, if it was for half a stack or less, it's just an insta call, but it's something where he knows that he's pretty much all in or fold if he calls and loses this pot. I mean, he's hurt.
Lyman wants to zoom in on the Lyman shirt. No, I've already done it. I already let you guys see it.
Our cameraman is shaking their head. It's no zoom. The zoom lens is broken. Last time he did that, she broke the lens. It wasn't pretty.
My BFF.
Just gonna stare at my shirt for a while. And we got a call. Casey's gonna get it in there. We're gonna see
hate it.
5 cards.
He's gonna get in there.
She's gonna see. Yeah, he's gonna see the one
He's
hand
gonna be
he
the
doesn't want to
peanut
see.
butter and her jelly.
Oh, for sure.
He's gonna hate it.
So really, Val's just looking to dodge a queen here.
Deuce on the river.
He could flop a straight.
Technically okay, but that's not gonna happen. Now that I said that, you know it's totally gonna happen, right?
Lyman's like, I need to see the thread quality.
Go closer. Can you enhance, please? All right, we're going to the flop. And no help to anybody, but if the board pairs again, we could see a chop. If another 9 comes out there.
9.
She's just like, please.
Please don't pair the board.
8.
Okay, so if an 8 or 9 would chop it, otherwise Val's gonna take this.
Diamonds.
It's a
Diamonds.
queen
Or
happens.
queen.
Boom! Ace king high, good. Just notched and it holds. Oh, look at the smile. The smile of chips coming your way. You know, and I think Casey's sitting there thinking, you know, I mean, even though she had ace king, that's a tough hand to get away from. This deep in the tournament, for these stacks and these blinds, I mean, you got ace queen. I can't see him just folding there. I don't think if he's the type of player who folds there, I don't know if he goes that far in the tournament, you know? Sometimes you either got to play to win it or just play to, you know, barely make the money and cry on your way home.
So you're saying, like, bring your balls with you to the game?
Yeah, well, see, I have to borrow them from a friend of mine. They're stored in a jar. But yeah, I always bring them.
Yeah.
For sure.
I borrow them also.
You're not the only one. Okay, we're back.
Still getting over it, right? Talk amongst yourselves. We're a little verklempt. Quad and baby Jesus.
Just forget about it.
What else do we have? We have New York. We have New York, buttered up New York. We have Barbara, New York.
I can't, wow, you have like so many different flavors of the same area. I'm impressed. I can't compete
Because
with
like,
that.
forget about it, like, is like a little more gangster. But then we've got Barbara, New York.
I feel like Barbara's just the same thing, but always yelling at a higher volume. And Barbara is not as cool as Casey picking up aces.
Casey, you know, unfortunately, no one else has anything for you.
Nothing. You're not going to see much action here, boss. Unless somebody wants to get spunky and bluff into you.
I always say it's not lucky to get aces, it's lucky if you get paid off
Yeah,
with aces.
honestly, I don't care what I have. I mean, but just give me like the best next to the next best so I can get paid on it. I don't care what it is.
Nelson.
Nelson, I mean,
Nelson looks like he's like, you know, they got into this the first hand
Yeah.
of the live stream. So,
Raise all in.
oh!
and he does get action on it. And he does get action. And you know what? I'm
Wow,
glad
he's
for
trying to
Casey.
make a move.
And I'm glad for Casey too.
Oh, he's like such bad
It's one of those things where
timing.
Casey just lost pot with ace queen. I think if I would have waited one more hand, just one more hand, I could handle it. But it's fine. It's, you know, he's gonna get paid here hopefully.
I thought
Let's see if we see a sweat flop. Make it in.
5'6", 5'6".
5656 here, I'm yelling. Oh, that's gonna be, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, diamonds.
That's bad. Gotta go running diamonds, running straight. He needs 2 perfect cards, and it's not pretty.
Very good card.
Come on! Oh, wow, he's open-ended with the diamond. Gets a
No offense,
4-9 or a diamond. This is nasty.
Nasty.
12 outs. Oh, bricks it. Wow. That is the split card we were looking for.
Oh, I just figured out.
The Lyman Poker says most Twitch streamers would rather see the dude in tight pink shirt. Just saying, the dude.
The dude.
The dude in the tight pink shirt. Oh my gosh.
What really ties the poker room together?
I feel like I'm the dude in the tight pink shirt. I love being described as a dude.
What's up, dude? Well, if you're playing a poker table, you just instant. What's up, dude?
Dude.
Bro.
Ow.
Well, I can't help you have a doorbuster wedding ring, right? Oh, my hand got caught in the door and I broke the door. Like,
Remind me to just fist with my right
You know what? I'll get that memo. I'll put it out on Twitter just so everybody knows how you roll.
I don't want to get, you know.
She was trying to throw some fisticuffs in here, guys. I didn't want nothing to do with it. And that is when I took a break and took off.
Yeah, Annies are up, blinds are up. 3,000 Annie,
I need to cleanse my
10,000, 20,000.
Didn't you go? Weren't you supposed to go to church? It was Easter yesterday.
They don't let me in.
No, yeah.
anymore.
Confession was closed anyways. They're like, is that Veronica? Close it,
Oh,
lock
yeah.
the booth. She's not allowed.
Wait till you find out the big one.
Clearly. I'm not allowed to say that.
So Casey with a late double up. So Casey doubles Mal up and then takes a double up.
Back to where he started.
Exactly. And again, he's just like, if only I would have waited that one hand. But honestly, if he would have waited that one hand, I don't think he would have got that same sort of action. I don't think he's firing into him with 7-8 there, if his stack was that much larger.
Oh, look, we got more aces here.
Again.
This time Roberto,
Little over,
50.
a little over min, like a little over minimum and some change here. The whole I'm raising, but I want action, but I really just want you to go away type thing. Oh, and he throws in
20.
chips, tiles.
Yeah, that's 50K, 60K.
70K.
70?
You were way off. You weren't even close.
I was way off.
Nelson just lost a pot. He's not going to be in there with Queen 10. Casey just got those chips. He's not going to be there. Queen 7. I don't think he's going to get much action here. He doesn't get paid on this.
Hoping to have the hand be on last time.
The hand he had last time. Val's hoping for aces against aces, little does she know, but no. Robert's going to take it. Is Robert going to show? He is going to show. You mean this hand? These aces?
These little guys? What did he say? Oh! Oh, everyone's like complimenting my hand.
She know, but no. Robert's going to take it. Is Robert going to show? He is going to show. You mean this hand? These aces?
These little guys? What did he say? Oh! Oh, everyone's like complimenting my hair.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, you mean this old thing?
Oh, this?
I've had it for a while.
This Pert Plus hair. I live within my means. I shop at Walmart and, well, this isn't Pert Plus, but it's Suave.
You shop at Walmart for the people watching. We already went over that. It's better than the petting zoo, okay? Only in Walmart can you see people wearing pants pulled up to where they also think it's a crop top shirt. That's pretty impressive. I've never seen that until recently.
I just think that they need to get more of those carts that when they back up, they go beep, 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 like a bus.
I like when you see people driving them who clearly aren't handicapped and you're like, are you just lazy? No
Oh,
comment, no
man.
comment, no comment.
So Daryl's got queens.
Back to the action, Daryl with queens. The scary player with a scary hand. And up, we're shipping the whole thing.
All of it. That's how I like to say it. All of it. With Daryl, I would be like, oh, this looks ace weakish, weak ace.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Oh yeah. You don't. That's the thing is you
You
don't.
don't want to see a flop. You don't want someone calling with weak aces.
Casey's gonna get out of there. Val. Oh yeah, the temple rub. The think about it. Give me a count. But I'm probably not in this type.
I would be like, I want to see the count. Count it down.
And it's got. Yeah, it's all over stack basically. And she's gone. That's when you say, can I get a count? And before they even start counting, you just muck.
Yeah.
Just a little quick table troll.
Allow that one time.
Wow, he's slow mucks. He's like gonna show, but he doesn't. I like it. Respect it. Like everybody's like waiting. Is he gonna flip it? Is he gonna flip it? Is he gonna flip it? Nah.
I respect that slow muck. I respect that slow muck. So Daryl is at 330K and he's second, and Alan doubles Daryl's stack. He's just like, he's just gonna, I don't know what his plan is, if he's just gonna let them all take each other out, or if he's gonna try to slowly like,
I think he's gonna play pretty tight, solid, and just watch the Kamikaze Fest happen in front of him. Just like you guys all blow each other up, and then I'll just like chop it 2 ways because you guys will finally catch up to me in chips. You know?
guys be like Syria and blow each other up.
Make like a bomb and blow it up.
Sorry, too soon.
That was quick. Actually, there's a guy that I used to work with who's over there playing basketball, and he was in the airport.
Where?
I shit you not, in that
Over
airport.
where?
Oh no, this was the
Brussels?
the Brussels thing, right?
Right.
Come on.
In Belgium?
Yeah, calm down. I'm
It's a little
horrible with
far from
geography.
Syria. I almost said Serbia.
No, he was right there when it happened, and he had just walked to the other end of the airport, and he heard screams and everything going off, and it was crazy. He just like ducked for cover.
So it's folded around to Val. She is calling. Which I'm surprised. I would think that she would put on a little raise here on the button. But she, okay, so Daryl's in the big blind. And Daryl shoved on her last time.
Yeah.
And she,
And
I don't know.
oh, he's thinking. Daryl, okay, so Daryl is very sensitive when he's in the blinds to people making a move on him from the button or one behind the button. He's very hip to, are you just raising with nothing? Are you just trying to take it right now?
I would just keep doing it,
very,
and doing it, and
he's
doing
very
it.
defensive. He's very defensive on the
And
blind.
then the one time I have a decent hand, he'd be paying me off, depending on like how many chips I have, obviously. But if people are sensitive like that, I like to put pressure on them.
Bet 28,000.
And Daryl's gonna do it. Val here, you think she's just sitting here contemplating Daryl's range? Did he really just look me up from the big blind with a couple of randoms and he actually hit a piece of that,
She's
right?
thinking about what she's going to order for dinner after this.
she's like, I've already folded a while ago, but I'm just hanging out saving
She's
face.
super cute. She knows she's good for ratings. You know,
She is.
We all want to look at her.
It's true. I'd rather look at her than Daryl. No
Yeah,
offense, buddy,
she is
but
super cute.
It's true.
She's a bum though. How does she not come into work tonight? How does she not come into work
Look
tonight?
at me, I have to final table and make a bunch of money, so I can't commentate on the other people. Come on.
Yeah, actually, Val was supposed to do commentary tonight with Justin because it's like you and Val, Justin and Val, and then Jake and Veronica.
The JV combo.
The JJs.
See, I switched the letters, but if you want to go there, that's
The
fine.
JJs.
So let's get a little update on the chip value of each chip. Yellows, oranges, blacks, what are we at?
So the oranges are 5K, the yellow are 10K, the black are 1K, and the blacks are 25K.
The plaques.
Plaque, baby, the plaque.
tile and plaques of destiny.
The square things.
Nice. They're rectangular. I don't know my shapes either. I failed
I will-
geometry.
A rectangular is a square, right?
Oh, wow. And I'm getting criticized for not knowing
No,
geography.
I
She doesn't.
said, when Tuck was in the booth with me, I said the square thing, and I will never live it down with Jake. Jake,
Raise
like,
all in.
tears me
Lock up
up
with
every time.
items.
Well, anything I say just sounds
No,
dirty.
we love you. Okay, so we're gonna keep it PG for a minute. We're gonna go here. We got some jacks,
Nelson.
some king jacks, some ace 10, some pocket eights, destined for some action.
And Nelson's all in with ace 10. Oh my god.
This is gonna be fun. We're gonna see some fireworks here. So Daryl here with jacks. We can't see him necessarily getting away with this.
They want to know what the buy-in is. It was a $350 buy-in. It's our monthly, last Sunday of the month deep stack.
And ooh, this is gonna be interesting. Is Val? Is this a call here from Val?
Yeah,
And then
Daryl
Daryl's
is
gonna
put some
aggress over
pressure.
the top probably.
Daryl's gonna.
If Val
Daryl's-
can only call here, he can't put Val on a higher hand than jacks. So if he's in this, which I think he is, he's probably just gonna ship the whole stack in there.
Val's gonna hate this because Daryl keeps putting the pressure on her.
Oh yeah, and now it's gonna be back to her, and she's gonna what cry fold, right? 'Cause it still leaves her with 174 after the call of 122, I think. So she still has enough to be in there, but she won't be happy about it if Daryl ships it on her.
He's so good. He's so competent. He's narrowing her range right now, just calling.
Yeah.
He has to think he's got her beat.
Yeah, and
All of it.
you knew it.
All of it.
Put it all in there.
Behold. Behold Daryl's chip stack.
Oh, what a beast! Look at that. I love Casey's like, whoa, relax, man.
Oh, Val's
show.
like, I hate you. I hate you. I hate this spot. I might be good. Bye, Wadbry. I might be good. Oh man, I hate you so much.
Oh,
I
yeah,
hate you, Daryl.
I know.
I'm sorry, I'm saying it for her.
No, we get it. That's exactly what she's saying. Like, you nailed it. We're all sitting there like, really? This
Does
is
he
where I'm at
have me
right
beat
now.
every time? Does he have me beat every time I do this? Every time I race?
At least she has the satisfaction of knowing if she does get away, she can at least see that she made a good fold.
Yeah. But
She's counting her chips, seeing where it leaves her, seeing if she can recover. Which
do
she
you do
can,
there
which
with
she
ace?
can, which she can if she or she wouldn't have called in the first place.
what do you do there with eights? You just called the same way she did?
Man, I think for me personally, I'm trying to isolate. So I'm either all in or fold. But then again, that's why I don't make final tables apparently. So I mean, what do I know?
She's gonna get away. She's got folding posture.
I think folding posture. She's gotten to the chair sideways lean back thing.
Either way, I mean, I didn't want to objectify her here.
Well, it's not an easy move. I mean, it's not.
No, I'm
it's
saying
not,
like we like to see her on the screen either way, you know. Oh, she folds.
and she's gonna see right here that she made a great fold. And then she's probably gonna spike an 8 and be like, damn it!
Let's just hope for her sake there's no 8 on this flop.
It's just gonna go 8-8 jack. She would have got paid
Oh, we're so evil.
Oh my gosh, we're gluttons for punishment. That's why we all play this game. That's why we're like action card, sweat card. Put something fun on the flop. Yeah, see there, you just see the face? That was it. Woo! The sigh of relief. That's what she's telling everybody. I had 8s.
Want to stand up
She's
with
such
me?
a
Or?
beast.
Did you hear? Daryl says you want to stand up with me? You guys want to get intense with it? Yes, Nelson stands up. I love it. I respect it. Such camaraderie.
Oh,
and it's
there's
so
the
ancient. Let me see.
Yeah,
Let me see her
I
face. I want to see her
figured
face.
it
Where's
was
Put it to her face. Let's see her
Oh, I
face.
don't even care about that. Show me Val's face. There it is. Oh, it's so bad. Oh,
Another
just
8-0.
super nut.
Oh, and she bolts up.
Blocks it.
Bolts up.
Look at her. She can't. She knows. Yeah, everybody knows. Casey knows.
Results
She
orientated.
understands too.
Results orientated all day.
Oh.
Results orientated all day.
And that right there is a prime example of where you just wish, I wish I played bad, get lucky. Make a bad call, get lucky. Oh. And Daryl is going to become a
Daryl
behemoth.
plays well.
And now you
doesn't need to get
have 2
lucky.
chip leaders tied, outstacking the person now in second, basically 3-1.
Okay.
660, 660 around
Lost
at 2-1.
Nelson. Lost Nelson.
Yikes.
And you know, Daryl's the last person you want to have
Bell right
chips.
there. She's smiling, she's laughing about what else she's going to do. She knows she made a good play. She made a
I
good
hope they
fold.
rip you apart on the live stream.
Oh, I don't know. We just heard something about the live stream, but yeah, you're gonna see that reaction. You guys will get a peek for sure. So it's great because these guys are on this rush. They're playing this tournament. Afterwards they're gonna go home. First thing they're gonna do is slap on this live stream and see how they did and when they folded, when they should have or shouldn't have,
You gotta know when to hold 'em.
and know when to.
Know when to fold 'em. Know when to flop a set. Know when to boat up.
Know when you got river. Is that part of the song?
Poor Val. Poor
She knew it.
Val.
I love her face. So she knows it. She's just like. "Grr."
Who in the chat room thought she was gonna call?
There was a few people who said easy call because they said she has less than 10 big blinds left.
Yeah.
Right. So 174.
Who in the
off.
chat room
Raise all in.
thought she was gonna call? I want to see. I want to involve our chat in here.
Well, Al's well,
So Daryl's all in. Oh, sorry, Robert's all in
well, I didn't spin them.
with a 9-7. Alan's folding.
Somebody can possibly.
Alan's like a
Yeah, he
rock
like
right
it.
now. That is like the like the Berlin Wall before 1990. That's like no one's getting past that. Oh yeah, you want to do the interview?
Yeah. Guys, we have a special guest commentary coming in here. Hop on in. Hey, how's it going, buddy? I'm Justin. Hey, yeah. Here, sit down. Have a seat, yeah. So this is the man who just got knocked out. So, yeah, with Ace 10. Gosh, you played for a while. So yesterday was a long grind. 12 hours yesterday to get to today. Yeah. So how this final table? I mean, how are they playing? How do you think? I mean, did you get stuck in a couple tight spots, or we saw a few hands you were involved in?
Yeah, I tried to steal the big guy. I mean, 95% of the throws.
Yeah, you have
He
to.
had like 90,000 and I had like 220.
Yeah.
And I ran into aces.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you have to, and that's the thing is, especially you steal the blinds, you get, I mean, you have to pick up these blinds. With the blinds and the antes, what they are. If you don't, you'll be out real quick. You know.
I went up with ace 10 with like 5 big blinds.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, they put you in a few spots a few times to really get in there and make decisions. They didn't make it easy on you, that's for sure.
Where's the ace on the flop when I had the ace?
I know.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I just want to say hi to Coco Daddy.
Yeah, say hi. Yeah, absolutely.
We called them Boom Tune.
Okay, the Boom Tune. Nice.
So
TDM,
Sweet.
please.
just want to say hi.
Absolutely. Well, shout out to you guys for sure, and thanks for watching.
So who's the chip leader?
So chip leader, I think we have Alan over here with the chip leader, and we have Daryl. They're both at about 660K.
And how's
I think Rob is. I think he had about 270, something like that. It's about half that. We're gonna see what unfolds. No spoilers. We're a half hour behind still. We're still catching up.
So I hope my buddies in the news.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Even if they can't, this is all recorded. So after the fact, they can come in, they can click through the stream, and they can piece things together. They can click right over your interview, and it's all.
Also my relatives and friends in LA.
Yeah, absolutely. If they just go to the Stones Twitch channel, you can watch all the previous streams, so they'll see it right there. Yeah, and then click on it and check it out.
Well, thank you, Justin.
Absolutely. Hey, you played great, man. Awesome.
I hope to get back here
Absolutely.
every Sunday.
Yeah, I know. We'll see you plenty more final tables, I'm sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. Right on. All right, come to the flop. We got three-way action here.
Ooh, three-way action. Like a good Saturday night.
I know. Exactly. Normally you have to pay for that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you did.
Yeah, $350, right? So it looks like everybody misses it. We're gonna see who just fires out and gets crafty here. No surprise that Daryl's reaching for chips.
Gay Corpse.
The intuition of a monster.
Gay Corpse is in the chat. Who else is here? J-Mac, 345.
Daryl's gonna fire out. Short of anybody making a remove over the top of him, I don't really see much opposition here.
I like it. Remove, huh?
A remove, yeah, a move, a
then a
rebet, a
remove.
rebluff. I come
like
up with
it.
my own terminology. I'm a wordsmith.
I like Kelly Donks. What was the name? What was the word you came up with the other day that I retweeted? You came up with something kind of funny.
I like that. You have to have like a quote of the day, a word of the day, you know.
I retweeted and I told him Lyman has to use it.
Now Casey's here in the tank, just really thinking, is Daryl making a move here? Is he just firing just a random air barrel? Because actually Casey not only has the best hand, but he's also got a great redraw too.
Does Casey have it in him?
I think Casey might. A semi-dry bluff. Normally that involves chafing.
Semi-dry bluff.
Right? We just come up with all of our own stuff.
Like redundancies.
It's good.
Stones, water, refreshing.
Delicious. Made from pure stones. You love it.
You like just rubbed a bunch of stones together until water came out.
Done. And Daryl's gonna take it.
It's past the blood stage,
Bet to win.
and then it's water.
Yeah. Blood from a stone. Like, no, it's just water.
No, water.
You know, you get Jesus in here, he turns into wine, everybody's having a good time. No worries.
Reverse blockers? Yeah, he's got a bunch of reverse blockers. Shuffle up and trill, what's up? It was a $350 buy-in. 135 players played yesterday. for about 12 hours, and they came back today to the final table. Valerie didn't take any huge hits. They're asking about Valerie's stack, why it's short. Valerie's just kind of been getting bullied a little bit by Daryl.
Yeah, she was able to double up once and then called a large pot earlier with pocket eights, and then Daryl pushed over the top. She folded and it was a good fold. You know, although she would have flopped top set.
A lot of a lot of players like Daryl, if you're on the right of them, you're just in a bad place. You're just bad. So Robert's all in.
Robert's all in with pocket kings. Alan got out of the way. And now it's just going to be on Casey and Valerie. And I don't think Valerie really wants this to be for her tournament life.
They're asking, you're not Jake. No, this is not Jake.
Negative.
You may have mistaken him because the beard is almost there.
Oh, please. I can't even begin to be on Jake's beard level. That thing is just glorious. It's holy. Oh, wow.
I wouldn't give it a glorious status.
I'm semi-jealous.
I wouldn't give it a glorious. I would call it a Metro lumberjack sexual.
Metro. Let's call it Metro Jack.
Metro Jack. Yeah,
Strong.
I would put Jake in that level.
I like it. It's good.
I just, if I thought it was glorious, I still wouldn't admit it. You know, it's like a younger brother. You just want to put in a headlock. Even if I thought it was glorious and I dreamt about it every night, I wouldn't tell him.
I feel like you and Jake have this relationship. You're like, Jake, you have a really punchable face. You know?
We're kind of BFFs, you know. His wife and I Snapchat each other.
Yeah, no, you guys are cool like that. And so the beard works, right? He's got a hottie wife, you know. The beard,
His wife
the beard
is
gets the ladies.
beyond hot. She's like supermodel status.
Can't beat that.
Daryl's putting in a raise here under the gun with ace queen suited. What a beautiful hand. And you know, it's Daryl. He just looks like he's bluffing all the time. He has to be making moves to make it this long in the tournament.
Yeah.
So everyone, you know, it's hard to put him on great hands.
Absolutely. No, Daryl will make that same move, especially depending on his position, with anything. And so the one time you're like, okay, I'm going to get him, he doesn't have it, he flips over ace queen, ace king, pocket jacks, and you're like, oh, nice hand.
Yeah.
Dang it.
And Casey, we can't see Casey's cards now. I'm not sure if he's short stacked. Did something happen while I was in the bathroom?
No?
Looks like Casey lost a lot of his chips.
I don't remember. I think he just gave him away. Just throw him away.
What can I depend on you for?
I was in the middle of an interview.
Trusted you.
I was busy here,
I
okay?
trusted
I was busy.
you.
We were throwing shout-outs to Manila, okay? And I actually kind of know where that's at.
Robert's like, I hate this guy on my left. He's doing this. Can he always have a good hand?
Oh, every blind,
Is
too.
he just doing this? If I pop it here, is he gonna fold? Or if I call, you know, does he have anything? And
Oh, you know he calls.
you're live, Robert.
He's going to call. He's got two live ones. Going to the flop. Everybody
And
misses.
Womp, womp, womp.
This is the Dyer special.
And
This is the
as soon as
continuation
you-
bet.
As soon as you check to Daryl,
It's over. Yeah, you're done.
Your life is destroyed in this
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah, you know it. You know, there's no way Daryl is not firing this, regardless of what he has.
I'm glad you didn't say irregardless.
Irregardless. No. I told you I'm a wordsmith. And he's going to take it down.
It's so hard with Daryl on your left. It's so hard.
If you sit next to him in a tournament, whether he's either side of you, right? He's
No.
always in the buttons or the blinds or whatever with you. It's just he's always
No.
putting pressure on you.
If you're on his left, you're much better off than if you're on his right. I mean, you're gonna be constant. Okay, someone almost knocked over a penalty box.
could've
You're
been fun.
constantly gonna get pressure put on you. Like Val and Robert they're in the worst seats in the house. Roberto, he's got the best seat in the house.
Yeah.
Daryl on your right, you're good. You probably have a better chance of winning the tournament.
But he is the one who's putting pressure on you every time he's got the button, anytime he's in the blinds, anytime he's even one behind the button. He's always in there with it. If he thinks he can get away with it. And of course he
Daryl's
wakes
got
up with
queens.
queens. Of course he does.
Black box. And
Oh,
Casey's
and Val has aces.
shoving.
Val has aces.
And Casey just shoved
This
with
could
King
be
10.
some redemption for Val here. She could
Look
triple up.
at bananas. Bananas.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S. You can spell it. Although we do have an ace dead from the other Robert.
I don't have it.
It's bananas. It's bananas. And look how casual Daryl is. Like, yeah, I'm about to call some all-ins here. Just hold on. Sorry, yeah. How much is that? Yeah.
Third
Let me
all
just
in?
call some all-ins here.
Oh yeah.
They all
And he's
in.
getting in there. Boom. He flips it, thinking
Watch
he's clearly
Casey's
ahead.
sweep.
Ace.
Watch
Oh,
Casey's
there you go. Daryl smiles. Ah.
Casey's just grossed out right now. Casey's
Look at Val. Val's not too happy. I mean, she's still got to dodge a few things.
It's hard with two other people all
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Look at the dealer putting the cards out beautifully, right?
This is gonna get nasty. Let's see what happens.
I like it when it gets
If
nasty.
if there's
It's like
some,
a good
if
Saturday
there's some
Night
big
Live.
cards.
Saturday night.
Oh!
I was thinking that would happen. I was thinking that was gonna happen.
Oh God!
Oh.
What if you put like a
If,
put like a jack or something? I don't
if
even know.
Casey was a rapper,
so
his
nasty.
name would be Beat Nasty.
Yeah, look, everybody's just standing up. You can't even like not stand up.
Oh,
Right from the
man.
turn. It's gonna be a queen or ace on the river to change this. Otherwise,
You know what?
King Taylor's gonna
Poor
take it.
Val. Poor Val.
Val can't catch a break here.
Yeah. Casey wins, and Val's gonna. Is there a side pot? Must be.
Yeah, Val had more than Casey, so Val's gonna take a little bit from Daryl. She's still
She's kind of break even.
Yeah,
I
she's
think.
hurting. Yeah, no, she's at 100. She's less than break even. She had like 130 going
she's
into
got
that
4
hand.
big blinds
Yeah.
now. I think that might be a little off. I think she might have a little more than 4 big
At
blinds.
the end of the day, it's like you go this far, it just sucks to see the aces lose when it really comes down to crunch time, you know? 3-way all in, this is supposed to be your big tournament turnaround money
Usually,
hand, you know?
on a 3-way all in, the girl ends up, on top.
Hey. Look at this right here, we got the chat room. Live poker is rigged. See, thank you. Live poker, totally rigged.
3 or 10 would have been good too. Male commentator that is not Jake.
Yes, we'll take it. I'll take not Jake. It's alright. I've been called worse. Way worse.
I think he
It's Jay. Any Jay is
Yeah,
fine.
take it.
If you want a job here at Stones, we're auditioning people, but your name has to, as a man, has to start with a J.
It's true.
And for a woman, it has to start with a V. Change it now if you want a job here.
I'm sure it
Figure
was
that
a
out,
lot
yeah.
better.
If you change it legally, it takes time. For sure.
I know a lawyer that can help.
Ah, do you? And his name starts with?
Wow.
Oh, I thought it started with a J. Oh, come on.
It does start with a J.
killed me.
It does start with a J.
Better call Saul.
Aces kind of didn't get cracked because Aces got the side pop. So it kind of like part cracked, part win.
And aces with a 3-way all in, you just know there's just so
Imagine
many
if
things you have to dodge.
She's lucky a queen didn't come on the river to
Like, I have to mess it.
give her a set.
Daryl with another hand. Every time. He's got something.
Such a luck box,
Every
huh?
time. Such a luck
Now
box.
I think that he's not maybe that good. Maybe he's just lucky.
That's why I say, hey, where'd you get your horseshoe installed? I'd really like one. That sounds fantastic. And that's it, wins it.
Gay Corp says I'm a man that has a name that starts with B. Well, you know what? Put on a dress and get in here.
It's true. And a wig.
Unqualified.
And a wig. But it's got to be almost as cool as this hair.
Hey, I like it. Daryl the pear machine. It reads better than it
But it doesn't.
sounds.
But it doesn't rhyme. It has to rhyme for it to be true.
Dare the pear.
Dare the pair. That works.
You know what I always call him? Doo-doo.
No, he goes by doo doo.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And I didn't.
He even said earlier today, come on in the chat box and just troll doo doo a little bit. That's what he said.
Stop by the pear factory on the way in.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he bought like a lifetime subscription. He just keeps getting them. They're in the mail like every couple hands. Just nailing
Your
it.
shirt's awesome, by the way.
Thanks. I mean, it's true. It's authentic.
Super Nintendo was the bomb back in the day.
Oh yeah, a little contour code, up, down, left, right, AB, select, start.
We're metadata processing. Oh, there we are. We're back. I thought we were gonna have
I
like.
needed to reharness my meta.
Oh, Valerie's got pocket fives, and she's got 82K. Blinds are 10,000, 20,000. She's got 4 big blinds.
Robert, 72.
Come on, Robert.
Yeah, it's nasty. He's like, it might be the why not call.
Or there's the F it button.
Oh yeah. Oh, the F it calls are the worst.
You
Those are the
know-
guys that always beat me.
There was sometimes there's lifetime F it buttons that get pressed. There was a guy walking across the highway the other day, like scrolling. I'm like, his F it button got left on,
Wanted to reshift
and he doesn't care right now.
Daryl earlier was saying that he was just gonna bring his own little easy button here. So the second he's in there, he's just like he wins a pot. That was easy.
It is easy for Daryl.
How's that? I didn't even know. Way ahead.
Love that map.
How does that work?
Oh my god, the super nerds are in the chat room. The Poker Clueless says that's NES controller, not super.
Whoa, yeah. There's only 2 buttons here. There's not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 buttons.
sorry.
Not including select stars or the up, down, left, right arrows.
Super Mario Brothers was that one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3. Remember, you could be the raccoon. You can fly around.
No, that was
was the
the
third
next
one.
level up.
That was the third one. That was not Super NES. Look, these nerds are going to be with me. They know what's up. They're going to correct.
played
they're gonna
those
correct.
games.
Okay. Did you play Duck Hunt? Did you ever shoot?
I played Duck Hunt. That was in that one.
It was in this one. That's very nice. You're good with visuals. It was in that one. That's the one right there. That one in the middle. That's what did it.
I called it.
Oh,
I
God.
called it.
Oh, God.
God and baby Jesus, Roberto is all in. New York accent can't say Roberto. Roberto.
Roberto wins it. Cruising around six-handed, so let's see, what's the payoff here? What's sixth place at least guaranteed right now?
So first is 11,200, second is 7,000, third is 4980, so almost 5K.
Yeah.
That's when, you know, it's looking delicious
Solid.
there. Fourth is 37, fifth 29.
If we round up with crappy math, we'll call it $3 grand.
Yeah. Round up with crappy math.
That's what I do. I round to
You
my
know what? I'm
advantage.
gonna go on the nursing floors drawing up math. I'm rounding up with crappy math.
How many milliliters is this? That's good enough.
Dilaudid, round up with crappy math.
I had that once. That was spa water on the brain. For sure.
I've never had it. I don't want to.
No, I didn't want it either, but I definitely took it.
These took forever to bet.
Val, let's see here. Casey. Val with a decent hand here. Ace-9. Casey. Casey to call here from the small blind. If he gets crappy and tries to make a move, I think Val's just shipping it no matter what here. So, and I think Casey knows that. I mean, I know if he gets involved in this at all, he's probably going to have to put Val all in.
Yeah, he
And
knows
he doesn't.
that.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough chips, so he's gone. That was good for him. Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
watch.
yeah. She's going no matter what.
told
Didn't
him.
matter.
Don't let you and walks. The question is, how do you do that?
So Robert G and Val definitely on the short stacks, looking to make the I call it the Operation CDU complimentary double up. That's what I need, guys. Just go ahead and double that up for me, and that'd be fantastic. Appreciate that. This one's on the house.
Two-Face Man 69. Nice to see you, my dear friend. Gay Corp said she's shoving faster than light speed with that ace high. Yeah, she has to.
Casey waking up with a bit of a hand here with Ace King,
Oh, Casey, no, you didn't.
and we got our Val, who's gonna be, she's gonna be our all-in special with pocket nines,
And here comes Daryl.
and
We
Daryl with
can't
the
see-
mystery cards. And again, this is a prime. Daryl could always have mystery cards in my book. I mean, it
Daryl
could
likes
be,
three ways though.
Yeah,
you know.
he does. And he's always got pocket pairs. Oh, King 10, here we go. This could be interesting. He raised to 44. If Casey gets crappy and shoves here, Daryl could get away from this. Well, especially if Val comes all in over the top.
Casey's
or Val
got-
comes in behind Casey.
About 240 behind, so he doesn't necessarily have to go bananas with this hand.
We already have Gate Corp saying, good luck on the flip, Valster. We all know we all know it's a
know
coin
what's
flip.
gonna happen.
It's happening.
She's too short to just call.
No, you can't. You can't. Like you said, I mean, she's got no blinds. She's
You're,
got 5, 6
you're
blinds.
getting so New York, you can't let it
Oh,
go.
God,
She
you
can't.
just can't. She can't even do it. Oh, God.
You listen to too many jerky boys.
I can't. Hey, you know what? They're not bad.
I-
Are you kicking my dog?
You want to know?
You're gonna show the shirt
I had a
again?
New York
I
patient.
thought you were going for the shirt again.
No,
so that's fine.
I had a New York patient while Casey's tanking who used to call me on the call bill and be like, I just fought and it went into my vagina. Call the doctor.
Guys, I'd love to say that this is the first time I've heard this story, but it's not. But honestly, it's good enough to hear a lot of times.
Val, you know what you have to do.
Yeah,
She's
Val,
like,
come on.
that's my life. I'm
not
always
thinking.
stuck in these spots.
She's like, if I go and I bust out now, are they gonna make me go to the commentator booth? Because I don't want to go. I want to be here.
She wants to win first place money.
Just gonna look at them again. Maybe they change the queens. They do that sometimes.
Rub them, Val.
It's not the first time she's said that.
Persian Duck 2013 said flat AK in this spot. LOL, I love live poker. Or he said LOL live poker.
Oh wow, Casey did flat.
Yeah, he did.
And Val just calls?
How does Val just
Wow,
fall here?
I am kind of surprised here, guys. Not gonna lie. We're
Wow.
gonna see what happens here.
All right, let's see the flop.
I mean, I knew she was gonna.
She's-
Yeah.
Oh, and now look who's in the hand still, Robert. He's
Now,
like,
see,
there's
now-
so much money in
And
this
that's the
pot
thing
now.
is that I think easily, obviously, you get Robert and most likely Daryl out of this hand and isolate the heads up if Val shoves there. And if Casey shoves, Val's in anyway. So I think either way, this hand was destined to originally be Ace King 9-9. So it's kind of an upset if Robert or Daryl take this hand. All clubs. The only one with a club is the guy they let in, Robert. Of course.
Robert checks. Oh no, sorry, Val checks. Robert's got 69, pretty much a shove here.
So we have a lot of people talking about why Val possibly didn't shove, and they said because the money jumps at this point are so significant between the spots that maybe you just fold and you survive another spot and you make an extra grand, make an extra $2,000, etc., etc. There's something to be said about climbing the ladder too. Behind you or in front of you right there. I mean, I don't know if you can get in this.
Please fold. Said if Casey folds, I'll slap him next to my
I was
seat.
like, we have threats from the chat room for
I know.
Casey.
Some people are saying good fold, some people are saying no. So
Oh,
it's tough, man. It's tough with two people all in front of you.
it's not an easy one. That suited board, if this board wasn't suited, it's an insta call. Casey's in there all day.
Oh,
He does.
see, I knew he was
And
gonna
you know
fold.
what? I think it's a good fold. I think it's a good fold.
Well, let's see what happens. And he knows he's good now. Kate, well, I mean, he would have been good.
So Daryl has to.
And
It's rough because with the aggressors behind you or in front of you right there. I mean, I don't know if you can get in this.
Please fold. Said if Casey folds, I'll slap him next to my
I was
seat.
like, we have threats from the chat room for
I know.
Casey.
Some people are saying good fold, some people are saying no. So
Oh,
it's tough, man. It's tough with two people all in front of you.
it's not an easy one. That suited board. If this board wasn't suited, it's an insta call. Casey's in there all day. He
Oh,
does.
see, I knew he was
And
gonna
you know
fold.
what? I think it's a good fold. I think it's a good fold.
Well, let's see what happens. And he knows he's good now. Kate, well, I mean, he would have been good.
So Daryl has to fade all the clubs. So Daryl's in the exact same position Casey would have been in. Gonna catch a 10 on the turn. No help. And there's
Oh, the clubs
Daryl. And
get
the club
there.
gets there.
Good fold, Casey. I mean, results oriented.
And look at that.
Yeah.
And without the clubs, you would have had Daryl with King 10 2 pair, and you would have had Casey make 2 pair in the river for top 2.
Yeah.
So there would have been some action there regardless. How that worked.
Irregardless, huh?
I said regardless. Don't put words in my mouth. Ah,
Forget about it. Calm down.
just forget about it.
Calm down. Results oriented fold. I don't know.
Same thing. Looks like Chip Allen's dropped a little bit there in chips. He's dropped about 80,000 in chips since he was over 600.
So lines are 10,000, 20,000. Average is 300,000.
What's the
337,000.
Annie's 3K going on? Okay.
Yeah, 3K Annies. Annies.
Annie's.
We're gonna get
So this
too
is-
carried away with the New York.
Oh my gosh, you gotta stop it. You gotta
Stop
stop
it,
it.
stop
So we'll
it.
stop it right now.
Stop it, I'll slap you silly.
So yeah.
Chisel chest.
Whoa, you better calm yourself. So yeah, with the blinds and antes, there's 45,000 before anybody does anything to steal in any given pot. So it's already a healthy pot to take, especially if you have these stacks like Valerie with 102K and Casey with 200K. I mean, 45K, Valerie's increasing her stack by half, Casey's getting an extra quarter. I mean, every hand is huge to take, regardless of if you're gonna call it or not.
Casey was thinking about something with that ace.
He was, and he would have got away with it too. If it wasn't for you dang kids.
You crazy
Boom,
kids.
take it. And he's full
Take
to
a
Daryl.
walk.
He's full. He's
Take
like,
a
dude,
walk,
if
Daryl.
there's one guy who defends his blinds, it's Daryl, and I'm not raising on him.
Yeah.
Straight up.
No,
Not to mention
well,
he's
I
also
would.
the chip leader. And I'm kind of,
I like to put. I like to repressure.
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 I know I have 1/6 the stack you do, but let me just put some pressure on you. Some light pressure.
Is there good?
Just some light.
Right here?
Like, is it harder?
Is this
that
good?
is that it?
Is that enough pressure?
I'm a chip massage therapist.
Ay, ay, ay.
Alan He's just like, just give me a good hand. I've been sitting here
Alan-
so patient for so long.
I didn't even know Alan was in the game still.
Honestly, he's just chilling. He's just
I
hanging.
told you, he's built a freaking wall around his chips, and they're not gonna move.
And he super glued them down as well. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah,
it was
during the
actually
break.
very methodical. Yeah.
Yeah,
When you were in
yeah.
the bathroom, you asked what happened. There you know.
Players all in.
Casey getting it in, ace king.
Casey likes to get it in, you know.
He does. He's like, I'm not doing any sort of ace king fold this time when I flop a king. I'm just gonna put it in right now. Establish dominance.
Colin, asking for a count. I don't see him calling this. Not with the way he's been playing.
No,
And not with Jack Knight.
He's honestly just looking to see if it's one of those easy, am I priced in because I'm the chip leader almost type of call. And he's not. That's a lot of chips.
I should make that into a shirt. Easy, am I priced in? I'm the chip leader call.
Yeah, no, that's fine. As long as you put like a little trademark and just pay me every time somebody repeats it.
Yeah, I'll pay you.
It's good.
You own it.
Tens of pennies. Winner.
Strem says never play for a pay jump, play to win. You're not playing to win if you're folding for $400 pay jump.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, at some point, Daryl's doing some calisthenics, making it happen.
678 telling Poker Pro Eric to buy a calculator.
Yeah, for those of you who are watching this, if you're watching on full screen and you can't see some of the chat window, I highly recommend every now and then you shrink it down a little bit and check out some of the chat room. There's some knowledgeable characters, and then there's just some characters. So it's worth a read for sure and a laugh.
It is worth the read. That sounded very commercial.
Blech.
Yeah, there's our community is very fun. Very witty guys in our chat room.
Full of wit. They're full of something.
Yeah, they're full of a lot of stuff.
Daryl representing that he skydives, just in case you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
As the shirt says, skydive.
That's how he gets chicks, you
Always.
know?
I don't know if you know this, but I'm constantly falling from 13,000 feet. Actually, it's heaven. It's right up there. I fell from heaven. Is that you were looking for me? I heard you were looking for me. I'm here.
Look into my eyes, I'm right here. I'm right here.
Hold on. Let me twirl my hair in slow motion.
He pays more for products than his girlfriend.
He's actually a shampoo and conditioner spokesperson. He just doesn't talk about it very often.
Yeah, I can imagine. The sponsorship thing is, you know, depends on which casino you go to.
Of course.
No one gets anything, and we'll see who's got the first balls to play.
And Roberto, always gonna get some tiles in there.
Oh,
he spreads them for the camera
tiles
and puts
them
them
in.
Whoa, jinx. But then you got Cobra.
Did you see that one-handed spread?
Cobra knows what's up. Yeah, he's done this before. Go team for JJ. I feel like even though Cobra's not actually playing, his presence just being there would be like, man, dude, you were just like you were
You
on me
know,
right
like
now. You're freaking me
Futurama,
out.
where
Yeah.
the guys had the thing stuck to their head and they were thinking for them? That's what Cobra is to Robert.
feel like-
He's stuck on his head and making his decisions. for
Cobra
his
just
brain.
like Bluetooths the power over to you, and he's just like, here's what I would do.
Look,
I know.
He's his coach, his
He's
sensei.
like the ancient Jedi master, just like.
Yeah, looking over
I feel
his
like you should have one of those really elongated beards, like.
Give me those plaques back.
Nice bet.
I earned them.
Bets and takes it.
You can't tip the dealer, Robert.
All right, blinds and ends.
You guys accept no cash value chips?
15, 30.
My husband's gonna be like, you laugh too much at his jokes.
That guy's not funny. He's not even fun. I don't know why your husband sounds like a valley girl. He's not even funny. He's not funny. I was funny once.
Yeah? And then what happened?
I don't know. It was like 10 years
She
ago.
was really drunk and she was like, oh my god, you're so funny.
Are you like a comedian or
Oh,
something?
you met the girl from 40-Year-Old Virgin. That's
Yeah,
who
oh
it
yeah,
was.
oh yeah.
And
for
she
sure.
barfed and then...
And I was like, did you have shrimp for dinner? That's disgusting. I don't even like seafood.
I was like, thinking about it.
Call.
Val, all in, ace 3. Looks like we got Alan, who actually might be playing a hand here. We're gonna see.
She has 3 big blinds.
Most likely we're gonna see a chop pot here, or hopefully a 3 for Val, possibly. I mean, Alan can spare it. He could sneeze and accidentally call. Just keep Val in the game. She keeps the overall average of the table looks up, you know?
We're just not gonna comment and make you feel weird about a projector buying her. But
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
projectifying.
Somebody had to do it, huh?
What do you want me to do, huh?
All right, we got 2 all-ins, ace 3, ace 4.
Oh,
Let's see
like
here.
poor Val.
Everybody
She's
bricks.
always-
Everybody
always
bricks. We're
taking
gonna
a
see
little
a
bit
chop
worse.
here. We're gonna see a chop. Oh, yeah.
You ever see that Family Guy where he hits his knees?
Just do the super slow, painful.
Yeah. Ooh, we loved having Val too.
Val, did love Val. Val's gonna get a strong 4th place finish here. Oh, I'm sorry, 5th place finish. I even tried to give her a better finish than that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right. Daryl and Alan just have this table dominated. And so they have to play, so it's 9 p.m. They could talk about
potentially
chopping
negotiate a
at
chop.
this point, but they're still playing. I can actually see them, they're still playing.
Yeah, I think
They're
unless
still playing in the future.
I can see, it's weird. Literally, I can see the future. Physically, I can look over and see the future, guys.
2000.
I think until the chip stacks even out, there might not be too much talk of chopping until the chip stacks start to, kind of get closer to each other instead of such a one-handed monster right now.
We can't see anything except for Casey's stare. Casey has a stare like you read about, like scary.
Oh yeah.
I would be scared of a stare.
I think there's some people I feel like just stare at you at the table. Like they're not even really reading you, they're just staring at you to give you like this creepy intimidation stare. They're not actually
Are you
looking at
talking
you.
about?
It's you.
Well,
I'm talking about you. Sorry.
like when you drove around in your van with no windows, like
Yeah.
when you stare at
Look,
people.
I don't know why people freak out that it says free candy on the side. Whatever. Okay, I bought it that way.
Oh, Robert. Robert shoved. Sorry, Casey. Oh, okay. So Casey's in the small blind, Robert's in the big blind. Casey completes, and Robert shoves all in. And he's got Casey covered. Barely, but he's got him covered. And Daryl and Alan are like, yes, let them take each other out.
So at this point, what do we think Casey has? What's he sitting on here? Do we know? Is it something real strong? Something mediocre? Was he just literally making a move from the small blind to the big blind?
If I was at the table, I would think some sort of ace jack, ace 10. I mean, he's tanking now, so I'm thinking it's a weaker ace or a smaller pocket pair.
Yeah.
As soon as they start tanking, I know I'm probably good. Might have ace 6 feet. Get in here.
Yeah, I'll back here. You
No,
guys-
the 3 of us can
Oh,
fit.
all right, yeah. Oh, Jay and Tuvies, hello.
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 How's it going?
It's not a J sandwich.
Yeah, no, we're doing it.
They're just a piece of bread, and
I know.
I'm the meat.
You know, you weren't supposed to make it in the commentary booth for a while. You were supposed to keep staying there.
Yeah, that was the
Nice
plan.
not showing up to work there, Val.
Yeah,
Had to
I
come in
know.
and cover for you.
I know, I'm
So-
getting fired already.
So how do you make good folds and then flop sets and turn boats? What's up with that? Gosh, man, we saw
Man,
that. We just
it
knew
was
it
so
too.
bad.
We knew it was gonna
You
happen.
were getting the worst of it all the
So
time.
brutal.
We were cheering for you, and
We're like,
of course
look, she's
everyone
gonna see
loves you.
Daryl's hand, and then she's gonna be like, yes, I made a great laydown, and then boom, right out of the flop, top card, no hesitation.
Brutal, brutal,
Okay, so
brutal.
Casey's got pocket eights, yeah. Right here.
Yeah, you nailed it.
I mean, Robert's been kind of playing snug, so he might be giving him credit for a stronger hand than pocket eights, or like ace king, ace queen, and he's still, flipping against him. Does he want to flip now?
Yeah,
Eventually, he's gonna have to.
do something. Well, all right, I think Casey pretty much put himself in a flip position and said, do I want to do it with my flip right here?
Yeah, I don't think he was willing to flip for like his full stack there. Oh, that was Robert.
Would have been it. You called the all-in. Right?
So
What about
Robert,
this table? It looks like Alan's basically just been sitting there with chips locked up like the whole time.
yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah, he
That's why
plays
it took
super
me so
solid,
long
I
to
think.
He's played like 2 hands, and both of them he's won and took someone out, I think, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's open and just taking down pots. He's just kind of playing
Flip, you would take that down in time too.
chipping up a little bit.
He's a monster. Stack.
Yeah.
Were you at any of the tables earlier with these guys before you got to the final table?
Alan for a little bit at the end of yesterday.
Okay.
I actually cracked his aces with 9s to stay in this tournament.
Ah, there you go.
So, you know.
It's usually 10s that beat aces.
Just trying to return the favor.
Yeah, but I got
Robert's
aces cracked twice. So.
You had your aces cracked twice. I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. Let's see. Action is now on Casey. Where's Casey? Next.
And then you were in the pot, right? You had aces, and then there was king 10 and something else.
Queens.
And the queens, right? With
Daryl
Daryl.
had queens, yeah. King 10 pops a pair.
That's rough. It's
That's
one of
a
those
big-
things where you have
big
to
changer,
fade, you have to
too.
fade so many things.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. It's hard to fade 2 hands.
Absolutely.
There's nothing better than men walking by telling a girl to smile. I mean, it's just the favorite thing that we hear all the time. Smile, you look so pretty when you smile. Thanks.
Yeah.
You have a mean resting face. Thanks. That's also
It's
cool.
to fight against wrinkles, I think. It's only logical.
So yeah, nice work. You're at like you. Well, okay, I'm not trying to needle you. You got 10th last time. You just missed our last final table.
Yeah, that means I'm gonna get first next time, right?
Right.
You're just
Is
working
that-
your way up.
It's like a
It's
trend
a progression.
thing? Yeah. Hopefully.
9,500.
It was rough. Had your hands held up, it would have been a different story.
Yeah, the 8, you know, if I just fold or shove there, it works out, even though it would have been it would have turned out to be a bad shove.
Well, that's what we say. We say one of those things you're like, gosh,
It would've
that's where
been
I'm just
okay.
like, gosh, I wish I could have played bad, get lucky.
Exactly, that's what I
You know,
said.
play bad, get lucky. But, you know, we were laughing. You know, you were smiling about it. It was just like, see, she's in spirits. She knows.
Yeah.
She's like, I made the right move.
It's whatever.
You know.
Thanks, guys.
Daryl's putting in a raise.
Daryl, Captain Blind Defender.
Yeah, Daryl, definitely kind of controlling the table.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing
Well, he's
Daryl.
picked up great hands though.
He
Yeah,
has.
he
You'll
has.
see, you'll see a lot of them too.
Yeah.
The ones that you didn't see face up, you'll see a lot of them
That's what I
afterwards.
heard. I mean, I felt like he was getting cards, but you know, he also seemed like he was picking some good spots
Absolutely.
to just assert some aggression. So, yeah, it's going well.
So you think there's any chance that they'll end up talking their way into a chop, or you think they're going to play this down pretty well?
Have fun about it.
As far as I know,
I can see into the future. They're still playing.
I can see at least for the next 30 minutes, it's still going down.
I don't know. Daryl strikes me as the type that doesn't chop.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's confirmed or not.
I would say,
Earl-
generally speaking, yeah.
Earl would probably, never let him live it down if he chopped.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. At this particular final table, I could see it playing out actually. But it is pretty shallow. No one's super deep. But especially if Daryl has a good
Coming out of the move, Alan putting it all in.
All in.
That's
All
a
of
giant.
it.
And that's huge because these are the 2 behemoth stacks at the table. So this is not a spot Daryl wants to be in. Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
going.
if Alan correctly realizes that Daryl's opening
Absolutely.
pretty wide.
Yeah, but I mean, Alan's been playing so tight essentially
Yeah.
that if Alan is, I mean, and Daryl
Yeah.
knows right off the bat that clearly Alan's not trying to get involved with another huge stack.
Right.
So he's probably got something pretty strong.
Yeah. Sounds solid.
Cobra mountaintop guruing.
Right?
That's what Gay
We
Cobra
were saying that we feel like Cobra should have like this like super beard of wisdom and just be like,
He's like mentally
A
coaching
Fu Manchu,
Robert.
maybe.
yeah, you know what I mean? Just,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think he's like back there kind of channeling wisdom to Robert.
I wonder if he has a piece of
Not
Robert.
that he needs it, but maybe, I don't know.
Alan's starting to wake up and play a little, which
Yeah.
is surprising to me. Casey,
he's going down into the prayer position.
Casey's like, oh my
Praying
goodness.
braces.
I haven't seen him do
You'll
this.
get him, Alan.
He's kind of getting a little suspicious. Is this a weak hand? Is he calling with anything?
Oh, we're going to go to a flop.
Right?
If Alan C bets here, he's taking it down.
Oh, yeah.
He probably realizes
Casey's doing the stare.
Casey's playing pretty snug. I mean, not terrible to lead out, and it's more likely that Alan hit the swap. I feel like.
Val, it's Nick. Answer my damn question.
What's your question? Now, why do you flat with 9s?
No, you can't.
Yeah, so Casey's cold call there scared me a little bit. I felt like he wanted to shove, but was making like a tight flat. So, and I knew that Daryl would just call if I shoved with my stack size. So I just decided to flat and see a flop. I was gonna go with it if it was all low. I was basically looking for no like ace, king, or queen to flop.
And then it got bananas.
And then it went crazy.
Well, you were right on the money. You knew that Daryl would have snapped called if you shoved. Like,
Yeah.
without even, no hesitation.
And look at Daryl
mean,
picking
it
up
happened that he
another
had-
big
Of course,
hand.
Daryl
but-
picks up another pair.
Well, the thing is, even if Daryl folds there, Casey calls.
Yeah.
Because he has to be strong there.
It's
so
tournament
I just,
life, period. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much in there too. I just I felt like I could still play the short stack if I was.
Daryl's all in. Which is
Under the
weird.
gun.
It's such a weird all in to me because if Alan picked up a big hand,
Exactly,
he'd
that
be
is
destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just open there because
Yeah. You're gonna
Daryl
get
don't
this,
cur.
You're gonna get the same thing whether you open or go all in there. And it's so dangerous with Robert.
Well, yeah, if somebody insta calls you, you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Like if Robert picked up
Exactly,
kings
yeah.
or queens or aces there, he'd get destroyed.
you're not mad, Nick.
They all went after it.
That's good.
One motion.
You're not mad about it? But you would have shoved, right? Maybe? Yeah. Cobra has mysteriously disappeared into the
So who's your pick for who's going to take this down?
It's gonna eat me up.
Daryl. 100% Daryl.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say he's the favorite right now.
Alan's a rock with his chips,
That's the kind
but
of stuff.
Daryl
Yeah.
has the maneuverability.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
and he's sly. And he's
I also think Alan's capable of putting moves on though, and he knows what Daryl's doing, so
Yeah.
he could trap him for sure.
Absolutely.
Aces all in
Get
with
heads
pocket
up.
nines here.
It would be real close.
And because I think that Alan has such like a rock demeanor right now,
Yeah.
that he can get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And people will just get out of his way. Even
Yeah.
Daryl.
So if anyone's just tuning in, the blinds are 15,000, 30,000 with a $4,000 ante.
That's 100.
And so Casey's all in right now for just under 150,000.
150. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Robert Why is your favorite, J-Mac? I'm disappointed.
Daryl, oh come on, no way.
Oh, Hollywood.
Oh,
Hollywood.
way.
Daryl.
Dude, flex your muscles while you're folding.
No, he's just upset that he didn't have at least,
A
10
hand?
high.
Well, I would know it's just
10
funny because
high.
I just like because Daryl's gotten
Or
so
eight
many
high.
rocks to our hands.
I
She's like,
get-
can you believe that I got this 7-3? I'm running so bad.
I know.
I get
Poor
aces
guy.
every hand when they do
Poor
this.
guy.
What's wrong now?
Yeah, he's pretty
Casey's
funny.
got 7 big blinds. Robert and Robert both have like 9, around 9. So it's basically Daryl and Alan versus the world right now.
Fine, Daryl got us 10 high. Asking you shall receive. This is 10-5.
See? You can't fold that.
A lot of garbage.
Oh, here comes the what did you give him the title of?
Which one? Who?
Cobra.
How do they all have
Oh, yeah,
10
the
high or
master.
worse?
The master, yes.
Poker Pro Eric thinks I should rebuy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just rebuy the final table? What's
Yeah,
the buy-in?
can I rebuy for one ante?
Yeah, you rebuy for like $3,000. Right now, rebuy.
Eric, you want to put me in?
Good jokes, Eric.
I think it's a good
Cool
investment.
story.
Good investment.
I think it's a WPT main event and you can buy in like halfway through day 2 or something.
But I would imagine that makes the price pool astronomical. If you get that in the right area where you get those
yeah.
cash guys who just like rebuy.
Oh, yeah.
You know. Listen, do one of those.
That's good.
Yeah. And make it rain. It's also the rebuy
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Just so you guys are curious.
Yeah, look at all of us at the same time.
We'll take it.
We're making it rain in here at Stone.
That's how we do it, guys. Hey, some of these donks are. If you guys are around, come and get some of these cash games. There's some decent action going on.
Back tomorrow.
This
Story.
guy's gonna be in the game.
True
Yeah,
story.
no, seriously, self-proclaimed. I got like $300 in my pocket. It's for you.
Spew. of you.
It's all ones, and you have to get it like this.
And now I'm about to put all my winnings from this tournament on 135 PLO if anyone wants to
That a
come
girl.
barrel with me.
Straight up.
I will be drinking as well, so
Guys, if that's not an advertisement, I don't know what it is.
High
Respect it. I like it.
100%.
Look at this.
Gumbo,
three,
gumbo.
3 diamonds everywhere.
We didn't get a high five made. Everybody high five except
Oh, is it time for that awkward one? Like the.
just make it weird.
Okay, cool.
Make it weird.
That was good.
Getting weird in here.
Face. Daryl,
Robert Y.
button
Small button.
defender. Let's see.
Not just a button defender, but a other kind of defender. No, I meant Robert, sorry.
I was like, Robert's coming out. Right, Robert's still in this.
Robert G has pseudo connectors in the cutoff, so easy raise.
He knows Alan's not going to
Yeah,
do anything
Alan.
unless
Alan
he's got a huge hand.
and Robert Y. I mean, they're both probably gonna, not defend super wide like Daryl.
Yeah, no, right? No, I
So
totally agree.
pretty good spot to raise. Must be nice to not have Daryl. Like, never mind. I'm not bitter. I swear.
You're great. So you got 10th place last time.
He put me in the cage a few times. Not gonna
Well,
lie.
yeah, and especially where you were sitting too. Like he's always in your business
Yeah,
every time.
exactly.
You know.
I was just saying that you want to be on Daryl's left here, but I notice, I mean, you always do better. The players always do better that are on the left of the Maniac. And I would say, like,
a
I
lot
wouldn't even
easier.
call Daryl a big Maniac. I would say he appears as though he is. He's had some great hands.
Yeah, but then
He's
he
a
picks up
strategic-
monsters in good spots. So.
Yeah.
Strategic Maniac. How's
That's what I was
that?
saying earlier. It's like he raises it every time, and then the one time you try to look him up, he just has a pocket pair, or he's king,
Exactly,
flops a
yeah,
sad,
yeah.
and you're like, oh, nice hand. Oops.
Or
my
he
bad.
like bets you out of the hand that you would have like made a boat on.
Yeah,
Wow,
that would
too
suck.
soon? Are you kidding
Sorry,
me?
that would
Like,
suck if
literally,
that
that was
happened.
like 27
man.
minutes ago. I
That,
expected
that
the
would
delay.
be terrible if that happened. That would be brutal.
I'm the worst. I only do it because Val can take it.
All right, send the money on PayPal, Eric. I'll get back in. Timo said Val getting hammered tonight. Yeah, I got hammered in the game by the cards, and now I'm getting hammered.
And then you're gonna own your husband? Ah! Sorry. It's like that in here. It's like that.
I think my husband's gonna come up too. We're gonna get drunk and barrel. So
Is your husband a poker player?
yeah, he plays a little bit.
What does he play?
He's a little one too.
Do you teach him? Did you teach him how to
I
play?
try. Sometimes he listens.
And he's like, you play bad. And you're like, yeah, that's why I'm on the final table. Again.
Men need years of training.
He's really good at Xbox games and Chinese poker now.
How long have you guys been married?
Oh, way to put her in the spot.
Like 3 years?
Oh yeah.
3 years,
You've
3 years-ish.
You've got 27 years
my
for
gosh, I can't
training,
count.
man. It
2.5
takes
years.
30.
Yeah. Something
It's
like
30. I'm like,
That's it?
I thought I was 7
We're on
years in.
our
I'm
way.
only 6 years in. 6.5. My husband's like, you don't even know.
But it
right?
felt
We're
like
drinking-
7, felt like 8,
Felt like
felt like 20.
I think it's almost 8. I don't know.
Anyway, that could be good or bad.
Lots
right?
of training, man. Lots
Feels
of
like we've been
training.
together forever.
Just when I think
good
he's
or bad?
almost trained, he's not.
It takes a while to housebreak us.
It's kind of
Do his
a
house
weekly.
Oh, I
weekly
know. I
thing.
keep saying, go outside.
No, it cost me a
Weekly
fortune in
thing.
replacing the
You gotta
carpet.
keep reinforcing,
That's why you get the rolled up newspaper. Bad. Bad husband.
I use a spray bottle.
Bad fighter pilot. Bad.
I feel like it works on house pets, husbands.
Can you just see Val? Finger, I'm going to
No.
send this to the really hard spray.
I don't
That's
even
also
say
how she
anything. I'm
teaches
just like,
poker. She's just like, so what would you do? Here's like, I'd fold.
oh my gosh, that. Oh, I think you're onto something.
Don't do that. So
in
bad.
That's what I teach my classes too.
So bad.
Yeah, you're an English teacher, right?
Yes.
Bad grammar.
Alan taking down a pot.
Does Twitter put you on tilt with grammar?
Just like when people misuse your.
Oh, that one's the worst. Weather drives me nuts. When they make up their own words or they skip words.
I'm fine with people making up words, like creative
So-
language use.
Also, when they put irregardless in the essay.
No, that's
That's
not.
That's wrong.
Spray bottle. Yeah, so not much has been happening here,
Everyone
huh?
comes out wet and miserable out of her class, but well worth the money, right?
They come out just completely drenched, and they're
Soaking
just like,
wet.
"What happened?" They're like, "I spelled it wrong."
Soaking wet,
But it was the best
perfect
class ever.
grammar.
So great.
Perfect
My
grammar.
teacher vows the best. S&M, they pay to get beat.
It's true.
You're LOL. Yes. You're ridiculous.
All right, Casey's
No,
out of there.
you are ridiculous, Persian Duck. 2013.
Okay, there's a game. This is in practice, man. There's a game going on.
Alan is raising with the best hand, and hold on, no.
Robert's just thinking about it.
What happened?
Calls 30K.
Interesting.
Alan calls
So is
30K with
that-
Ace Jack.
I
So
love
he must
it.
be, he has to be waiting
You
for these
do?
blinds to get
Trap.
funky. Yeah, he's got to be waiting for these blinds to get
You
funky.
think trap?
That right there, the universal sign for trap.
For bear trap.
Yep. Venus flytrap.
Or Venus flytrap.
Yeah, raised and trap.
I
set.
mean,
Boom,
yeah, with them
done.
in the blinds, like one of them is
You nailed it.
probably gonna
So
do it.
here's
you know?
Alan's gonna
I feel like you've
shove
played
it.
before.
I played like twice.
Yeah, am I
my
interrupting
third
the
tournament.
conversation that's going on in this?
You're like right in the middle of
I'm
it.
just gonna get up and go.
You're just interrupting this.
I'm the cream in this Oreo cookie, and I just feel like I'm getting
trapping
smushed.
Veronica.
The double stuff.
Alright, hold on. So you trapped him, now you can't pull.
I'm double.
Yeah, that was so
Boom!
I love it.
And you saw
That's
that
what I'm
coming.
saying.
You're
Alan
so
is
good. Write a book.
Alan's a beast. He's been so sweet
Oh,
the whole time. He got his
Robert.
hand caught in the cookie jar.
He hates
God,
this.
yeah, no.
Barb. Barb.
Definitely. Look at Daryl's face like, ugh.
He's hilarious. He would do these, like,
Yeah.
you know, stink faces just for
Yeah,
funsies.
I like
it.
I like the camaraderie. I like when somebody's all in, like, everybody stand up. Let's all stand up together. This is intense.
I think in like 2 years, Daryl will follow me on Twitter. I give it like 2 years. He'll probably take over on that.
Why did it?
Oh, for sure.
Why did it say Robert G is less clear?
No, it can't be.
That's good.
The chips are what we say they are. Give away your chips.
Yes, dear. Come on up to Stones. I couldn't spoil.
Who's your
so-
deer? Who's your deer? DK Barrel?
Nope.
King? Moo?
I'll never tell. Just kidding. He's already like up there. He said, "Should I come to Stones?" I assumed you like
I think it's cute. Like
telepathically told
I
me
always
to come.
think
so.
80-year-olds call each other deer, you know?
And we got Daryl waking up with another crappy hand like Kings. Of
Yeah,
course.
I mean,
You know, because why not? In the small blind, so everybody thinks
Okay.
he's bluffing anyways, like
exactly,
usual.
exactly.
Where's Olin?
We got somebody all in here. We got Daryl. Oh,
Oh, Robert.
that could be a tough misstep here.
Run better, Daryl.
Oh, man.
Run better. You run so bad.
I mean, I don't know. How do you beat Queen 10 with Kings?
You got the plethora of Stone's water
Hard
there
to
next time,
do.
just in case you're really thirsty for 6 bottles of water.
Yeah.
Just the
They keep
call
the water
there.
flowing.
Just the call.
Yeah,
just
that's
hope
gotta
there's
be a little suspect, right?
Was it
like,
just calls?
yeah, I got like Daryl just reshoves over the top, right?
Oh, yeah, you're a shepherd.
474 to call for Alan. Alan.
Maybe not.
Yeah, there's Alan's not even.
There's just like something, even though it's almost all of his chips, there's something different from just calling to all in, you know? Oh no, he did say all in. He did say all in. So.
Yep, we're getting crunk here, so
Yeah, Alan's
come on down.
thinking.
Tell us what Alan's
Taking
thinking
it
right
Oh,
now.
Alan, he's not ready.
Dive into his mind. Tell me.
I think he's just Hollywooding right now. He's just ready to
Oh,
fold. He's not
I
gonna
want
be-
everyone to look at my haircut right now.
He's not going to be icy. It's saving face.
It is a
right now,
nice
what it is.
haircut.
That's all it is. Robert's like, crap. Hope I get lucky. At least he's got 2 live ones.
Spades or 2 pair, baby. That's what he wants.
Daryl's
On
like,
the flop. Let's get a little flop action.
Let's get a little floppy.
Got a piece of it. We got a 5. He's
Oh,
going to get a
dang.
queen or 5. Go
I
dice.
thought he had queen
Daryl,
10.
the rich get richer, guys. Daryl is going to take this.
easy game, really.
Easy game. You push
So-
for kings and you win.
Yeah, easy. Looks like George.
Cobra's still sweating everybody from behind. He's just moving around. He's like, I gotta come over here, sweat this person.
Cobra's the chess masters. They're all playing like he's just calculating what moves they're doing.
He's like playing his own game behind them. He's like, you're gonna win, you're second, you're third. He's like setting up parlays. He's already got bets in Vegas.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He knows who to back.
So we got 2 big stacks and 2 relatively short stacks.
Very perceptive.
Yeah, it's a nice mix.
hired you.
It's a nice mix. Whoa, hired? You're getting paid? I'm getting paid?
What?
Nobody told me.
Get a meal, man?
They said they give me all the stones
I
of
work
water I
for
could
food.
drink.
Nice.
Nice.
The water
Fresh
is
stone.
worth it.
The water is really pristine.
California drought, man. Go water all your plants.
Save every
Pretty
bottle.
good.
Casey's all in here. I can see the future. I can see.
It's it.
Oh, yeah. The rain is hopefully gone.
Loose shove by Casey. Just kidding.
And Daryl doesn't wake up with a hand for once. Let's see.
Alan's got a decent
Yeah, he's got 9.
suited hat. He wants a count.
Who's
He's weighing his
I
stack
don't know
here.
how to read these. What is this? Kissy Bear?
Kai 77 Bear.
Who are you?
Who are you?
It's like my husband's gonna go pick up Earl and they're gonna come barrel.
Oh man, you need to
Oh,
come
wow,
in the booth.
guys,
Sorry, I'm
seriously
hitting
get
you with a
here. It's about to get extremely live.
pen. When are you and I going to be in the booth?
I don't know.
We need to do
When's
it.
that happening?
Well, I'm out of here then, I guess.
How
Well,
fun
we're
would
in the
that
booth
be?
right now.
No, like alone.
Yeah,
we don't
yeah, yeah.
need any of these guys.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
The meat sandwiches.
My bags are packed. I'll be out of here.
Oh, ladies' night though is happening, but we're not gonna be in the booth.
I'm gonna be playing. Oh, maybe.
Still
I did
secret.
not know that.
No sharing secrets.
Not yet. Ah.
I mean, that would be cool if that happened. That's what I meant. That's what I said, right?
So keep watching. Subscribe now.
Wouldn't that be cool?
There may be a game with ladies on the table. Many of them.
That does happen.
It
every
does
now and
happen.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, John. You hear me?
I have a feeling there. I'll make predictions another time. Oh, I'll swap out. You guys do some interviewing.
You guys hang out. Val,
I don't know.
hop on in.
Stay here for a few more minutes, I guess.
Ian.
Alan, Robert, Daryl's out of
I
this.
almost escaped.
No. You actually just got closer. You got further into it. You're stuck.
Now I'm trapped.
No. You can't escape until your husband gets here, and then you guys start pounding drinks. Then you can escape. Then we'll let you go.
Yeah. Then I'll be really trapped. So, Robert Y. Shove.
Come on in, Robert. How's it going, man? I'm Justin.
Base 3.
Nice to meet you. Obviously, you know this girl, right? You guys have you played once before, several minutes ago.
Exactly.
Nice.
Brutal game, huh?
I know, indeed.
Yeah, we knew that you and Daryl were just like massive blind defenders hanging out, and then all of a sudden when you pushed and we just see Daryl, like, oh, this is gonna get rough. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do, right? I mean, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right? I mean,
just
that's
run
poker.
into
You gotta get
kings,
there.
Yeah. The hand before is where I made the mistake. I decided to do 130 because I thought kind of a leveling war with Alan, like unless he
Yeah.
has a premium hand, I figured he wouldn't get shove on me. He decided to do it with an ace because he's a big stack, which
Yeah.
makes sense, but it was trying to like
Yeah.
a leveling move.
Exactly.
So if I just jam pre, he probably folds, but I was trying to represent him a little bit more.
Yeah, actually, I think he was trapping there.
Yeah.
He was trapping you guys, so
Yeah.
which he hadn't done at all, you know. So it was like he just picked the perfect spot to.
Yeah. I
What
know.
can you do though?
No, you're
You
right.
know,
We hadn't seen
you had to do
him. We
it.
hadn't seen him do that one time in the second. We're like, oh, we just
Exactly.
called. She was like, it's trap time.
Yeah.
Here comes the trap.
I mean, you're in the small blind, but also Daryl, you know, he
yeah.
has to think that one of you is gonna see all the chips in there and want to
true.
pick them up. So
Yeah, and Daryl was super
Yeah, it was-
aggressive, so even on those buttons, all the times, like I thought maybe.
It's like we got some
Right.
all-ins right here.
Oh yeah.
yeah, Robert White ace 3 off, and Alan calls ace 10 suited.
Coming back up.
Run better, Alan. I shouldn't say that yet.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. Queen could chop it up.
7 on the turn. Changes nothing.
Did you take?
Ace 10's gonna take it.
Yeah, I mean, just a cooler. You had to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you get to these levels with these average stacks and the blinds where they're at. I mean, you have to make those. That's
True,
it.
you do. You have to.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate a little bit high there.
And we had the pleasure of having Daryl to our left. So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
fun.
both you guys.
Yes.
We were literally talking about it. We do not
Not
envy your
fun.
guys' positions, right?
No,
Because he's the guy
exactly.
who's just always in there, and then one time you look him up, you're like, oh, here's kings. Oh, here's tens.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
Just getting monsters and
Every minute to play.
I think he ripped queens under the gun like one time too. Like he
Oh,
was
yeah.
getting a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even when he's getting rags, though, he's generally in a good enough position to be able to kind of play around him and work it out, too. You know?
Yeah. He's a solid player. His kicking hands. It's hard to beat that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, not
Hi,
to
guys.
like
Any space?
vent, but I think of like my entire like final table was like 5s and 3s when
Yeah.
cards I picked out.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's it, right? You're
it
like,
was all
guys,
tough.
seriously.
Yeah.
We're working on your budget
Yeah.
here. We're trying to do something.
Exactly. And that hand where we took it 4 away,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, I don't really want to just flat here, but there's so much in the middle.
Yeah.
Then all the clubs out
That's
there.
literally
It's like-
your only option.
Yeah, I'm like, I have the 10 of clubs. Okay, if another club comes out, it's like ace,
Yeah.
queen, and the jack. So there's
That
like
was pretty
3 in
sweet.
front of me.
And I
It's
couldn't
like,
believe it. You were
Yeah.
the only person with a club. And I'm just like, how is he the only guy with a club here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so lucked out. I was hoping to do something
Yeah.
after that, but
Right.
nothing.
Yeah, and that's the hand where Casey had a full ace king. Yeah,
He
Casey had ace
king
king.
on the
Surprised
button.
he didn't
I had
re-raise.
nines.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I
flatted
flatted.
nines there.
I flatted because of Casey's flat.
Okay.
And I know Daryl's calling me, so
Yeah.
I'd rather just see a flop.
Casey's relatively tight. That's
please
why
fold
he
That's
didn't
why
bet
I
you 6
didn't
on.
like
Please call to
flat,
answer your
yeah.
question. The stream is actually ending at when the tournament is done. So if they go till midnight, we go till midnight. We will not leave you guys hanging like, hey, that was really fun all the way to the end. It's heads up and bye. Bye.
Find out on the internet.
Yeah.
Did Justin, you play her a lot, or?
A decent amount, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to
Tournaments
play
or cash, or what?
Mostly cash.
Mostly cash?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to get some tournaments here coming up pretty soon, but
Awesome.
I want to be at the big table with you guys.
I do the opposite. I pretty much only do tournaments.
Yeah,
Or like
okay,
cash
there you go.
games. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. I know I've seen you around, but I don't remember. Maybe like Thunder Valley tournaments.
Probably,
So
yeah.
I'm not
Just
supposed to
local
say that
grinder.
word?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
just local grinder stones. Works. Yeah.
Grinders.
Yeah.
So do you generally play just the bigger tournaments on the weekend, or do you get some of the daily tournaments?
Just
or
the weekend.
Just the
I got
weekends.
a Monday through Friday job,
Oh,
stuff like that.
poor guy. So you got a
Yeah.
final table on the week. Well, then this
Yeah,
is convenient
exactly.
for you because then it's
It
after
was.
hours for work, right?
It was, yeah.
The guys, I got to get off. I got to go make more money at the final table.
I know, it's true, true. Wife and the kids say goodbye.
Yeah.
So, got out of my monkey suit though.
There
so
you go.
It's good. Got
Nice.
comfortable clothes. Yeah. Yeah.
I almost wore a pig suit to the final table tonight.
Really?
Pretty impressive.
Why a pig suit, and where would you get one?
I have one.
I was like, she must already have one. There's no
I was
reason
gonna
somebody
go buy one.
Okay.
That was kind of a spoiler because I'm sure I'll do it one time.
Now we're all looking forward to it. That was like
Sometime
whetting the appetite. That wasn't even a spoiler. We're good with it. And then nobody will know who it is. But she's saying something about a big suit.
Somebody who's in the pig suit.
Oh, that's funny.
So down to 3, eh?
This is going to be
Alan's got
probably
a
some
chip lead.
pretty aggressive little three-handed action right here.
Yeah. This is
Casey's just got 2 of
solid
me.
3 here.
So Alan with the big stack now after knocking out the last player over a million. Wow.
Yeah.
Daryl hates it.
Yeah, Casey's definitely looking to make money.
6 big blinds. Yeah, you definitely need to double up.
Call that all life support, right? Just
Yeah.
waiting to get it in
Yeah.
there. Operation double
Absolutely.
up. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Operation triple up.
He's
Unless you have
patient,
aces
though.
and you get wrecked.
Yeah. Oh, that was
Exactly.
brutal. His king 10. Where did that come
Yeah,
from?
I know.
Yeah.
Why is Casey still here? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, seriously.
Wait, what do you have? Why are you
Got
here?
aces cracked so many times this tournament? It's so silly.
Hey, you cracked aces. You
Hey,
cracked
Wabrai.
Alan's aces.
I did. Yeah.
saw
I
Wabrai
think they
earlier.
call that variance.
Not the final table, though, right?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I cracked aces with kings right before we
All
came
in
to our
pre,
table.
right?
All in
Oh, yeah.
pre and river king.
Oh, it was the river
Oh
too.
yeah,
You didn't
you were
even
the
do it
one
on
you
the
did that
fly.
to Wah, right?
Yeah.
Is that one of those
Yeah,
ones where
yeah.
the whole room you just hear everybody communal? Oh,
Yeah.
you just hear it.
Yeah. It was
Wah busted 11th there.
Yeah,
it was pretty
yeah, they
sick.
combined.
It was like right before the final table, yeah.
Thankfully, he didn't have a lot of chips already, so it wasn't like a
Yeah.
But it's a brutal beat
pretty
regardless. Just to
bad.
get it in like that when
Yeah.
you're 80% favorite.
Yeah.
Casey's got a ripping, right?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Rip it. And Daryl, bro, yeah, snap calls.
With
Ace something. They say 10 of diamonds. Got at least a 10 over there.
Ace 10, yeah.
Ace 10.
Yeah.
6, 7.
Oh, there's a
there's
6.
Really?
Huh. Casey's just running good.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Man, you gotta.
You can't knock him out.
Looks like Daryl's probably gonna need a 10 here. Casey takes it.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. Amazing.
Wow. Yeah, you gotta win some of those.
Yeah, definitely.
And you gotta win your aces against King 10, you know?
You got
What?
you gotta have this whole.
You gotta win
It's
your
like,
flips.
I'm gonna go to sleep tonight, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, King 10 aces, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's
I didn't
clean,
think
so
about
you
that
ahead of
either.
you more.
I know, exactly. Pretty sick. Yeah, it's hard to beat two players though.
True, true.
No matter what you have.
It was a fun night. It was a fun night. So, you want to say
Yeah.
goodbye?
Absolutely.
It was.
Right on. Nice
Alright,
meeting you for
Robert,
sure.
Great game, man.
Nice meeting you.
Cool.
You
Good
too.
play, man.
Take care.
See ya. Yes, guys, I'm
That's
going to run it
110.
up
That's
Reno.
120 in yellow.
You're gonna what?
Planning on it.
Going up to Reno?
Unless something else happens. Run it up Reno at the end of May.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
6.
Jason Somerville's event.
That's 180.
Casey, yeah. In the chat room, we got Please Fold saying Casey is Daryl's kryptonite tonight. Literally, he's one of the few guys
was
who's
my-
able to take a pawn off.
He was my kryptonite too.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, Daryl's just kryptonite, or Casey's kryptonite. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright guys, I'm out of here too.
All right, Val. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll see you soon at many more final tables.
Alright, see you guys.
Cool. All right, guys, we're just counting up this pot here. And I guess
Woo!
we're letting this girl back in here. She was
So,
out drinking in the parking
Val
lot.
is gone. Now it's Veronica. Robert's gone. Now it's a new Robert.
Oh, the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, Gordon, baby Jesus.
Oh, God, and the accents begin again. Hello, good sir. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah.
usually make it explode with
Fist
people,
pump,
but
like
you didn't know.
Intercontinental.
So, how did it go? You had Daryl on your right, which was good. Because he's applying a lot of pressure. How was it? Give us a rundown of the whole tournament. Everything.
Alright guys, last in at this level, 10-minute break, race.
I blacked out.
$1,000 I think I still paid 4 for my deal tonight.
Cobra
Yeah.
was actually playing for you,
Yeah.
just like mind.
Oh, yeah, Cobra came over and he like sweats everybody too, right
Yeah.
behind him. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like giving everyone dirty looks.
We have a telepathic.
That's what we
connection.
said. I feel like he was just feeding. We said he should have this like long beard and like wisdom.
I told him that. He's throwing his beard.
Hey guys, enjoy your
I
break.
got
Enjoy your black
pretty
champagne.
lucky to be where I was. So I got, I don't play a lot of tournaments at all.
Yeah, right? That's what we're saying.
Yeah, I got, unfortunately, I got lucky by doubling up to a player that I like.
It's on. It's on.
So that's nice.
Yeah, so.
He's the only one that's got it.
Well, you and Azan swapped pieces, so you guys are okay with that.
Yeah.
He wins either way. Azan's always winning, and I
have a piece of and I can,
Sweet.
Yeah,
Like
of
it.
course, yeah.
This ain't nobody want to chop.
Were you playing with Daryl before the final table?
I don't, not in the tournament.
And so, who were you playing with in the tournament before the final table? Like, who did you get some reads on?
Reads, no one.
Reads?
His
What's read?
interview's
Reading?
just going great.
Yeah. Reading?
Let's just talk about the 08 table we were playing on last week.
I played with, when the final table started, let's see, I played with Chris through a few tables. Val, I played with a couple tables earlier.
It was Chris's second time on our live stream final table, so that was pretty cool.
He's a good player. Like, I thought a lot of all the players were much more experienced and better than me. So,
Come on, don't sell yourself short. You're great. You have a fan base.
Dude, you
Yeah,
do.
like-
We're part of the fan base, man. We're bragging about you.
Are you doing shoe shining or cleaning chimneys?
We were bragging about you, the master of prop betting, with all the movie years in between and the movie quotes and.
there's only one fan base I really care about.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Well, I can't tell you. It's not.
Interview's going great.
Okay. It's,
You're very revealing.
Short single desperate.
Nice, nice. That's good. I think there's several of them here, so you're good. They're on the other side.
Okay.
They're on the other side.
Yeah.
Go
I'll
over
tell
there.
you, Robert, though, you shouldn't discriminate against height because it doesn't matter when you're laying down.
Okay. I'll remember that.
She's got really like advanced wisdom too to give.
It's what I do.
So is this just the color up I've already busted?
This is great, yeah, and this is just basically Daryl's got the table to himself. He's just hanging out, contemplating. Oh, there we go, finally, he's gonna take a breather.
Like thinking about his next painting.
Taking a breather.
You know, like all these guys are like, you know, playing poker, but I know Daryl's really, really good.
Yeah.
So I was definitely most intimidated by him.
Was that calculated into your reads then when he's making a move? You take an extra kind of thought process about it?
Yeah, I was just gonna fold every time he raised. Pretty much.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Unless I
Daryl's
had
raising.
aces.
In-depth.
That's what he expects. He expects that.
Yeah.
In-depth metagame, ladies and gentlemen, by Robert.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna fold whenever he races.
Legit. Hey, it worked out for him. He went deep, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
So.
It's all about going deep.
It's true.
What other questions do you want to ask me?
Do you like long walks on the beach?
I like long walks in the mountains.
Nice.
The girls might want to know.
Yeah.
Ladies, if you're ready to go hiking in the mountains, this guy's
This guy,
ready. He's ready.
He will wrestle a bear for you too.
He would. Have you ever seen The Revenant or whatever it is? with
Oh, yeah,
Leonardo
I watched
DiCaprio? Yeah, he can wrestle
Of
a bear.
course he's seen it.
He can
He's
wrestle a
seen
bear.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
No, not with Leonardo DiCaprio. I was thinking about the one where the bear stalks them. What movie is it? Where the
Hey,
bear
he would
follows
know.
them and stalks them?
Follows him and stalks him. I don't know.
Anthony Hopkins?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I have seen that. I don't know what it's called though. Yeah.
It's not Ravenous.
That's a great movie. Anyway, I don't know. We're going to left field here.
It's good.
So like, I still want to. I wanted to find out like a couple hands. I wish I was.
Daryl always had the best hand.
Yeah. No, I expect that.
Yeah.
No, there was one hand where I had ace-3 suited, and I'm in the big blind, and Val raises, and I just call pre-flop, and then I check fold the flop. And it's like I think it's like a queen-jack-10 flop. It was early on in the final table.
Was that the one where I think she had king jack.
Oh.
So she had you outflopped anyways.
I thought if I shoved, she was gonna call
Yeah.
pre-flop. So I guess.
There you go.
Yeah, that was the only hand I was really worried about. Thinking about.
There you go.
So,
you made a good fold.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch the hand that you busted out in. So.
Oh, I had ace-3 offsuit. I had 222,000 left. The blinds were 10,000, 20,000. So I had like, what is that, 7 big blinds? I'm sorry, 15,000, 30,000.
Yeah.
So like 7 big blinds.
Yeah.
And it folds to me, I'm on the button, I ship, and small blind calls with ace-10 spades.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
He didn't snap call too. He thought about it for a while.
Yeah.
I was hoping he'd fold, of course.
Yeah. You're like, hey, I instill a little fear too. You should get out of here.
Once he called, I know he had me dominated. I said he dominated. So, anyways.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Go play some cash. Go win lots of money.
Yeah, I'll play sober today.
Will you?
Yeah. Unless you come to my table. Then I'll
Yeah,
drink.
well.
Good seeing you, dude.
All right, see you guys.
See you.
Cool.
He's promising to drink if I go
Good.
sit
Now
down.
we can
like
push
this.
you away from me a little bit because you're freaking me out. You were like all up in my personal bubble zone. Yeah, I was gonna say something.
You know us Polish people in the cabbage.
I get it. The cabbage. So give me some authentic Polish speak here.
Oh, well, I already Snapchatted you my Polish speak.
No, I know, but you Snapchatted me. We need the world to see it now.
So I have to swear if I'm going to talk about my mother. And Justin's walking away.
Because that's
So-
what your mother does?
Well, my mother mixes up swears with real words. So, like, she'll call me on Skype. They're in Canada, and she'll be like, "Veronica, your father, he make big shit in backyard." And I'm like, why would he take a big crap in the backyard when you've got like 4 functioning toilets in the house? No, Veronica, you crazy. We put bicycle in shit. We put lawnmower in shit. I'm like, shed. It's totally different. A table would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I've ever heard an unfunny story about your mom. Your mom sounds like a riot, and I really think that one day your job is to convince her to get into this booth.
She didn't want to come in here.
I know, but people will be laughing with her, not at her, I promise.
She called me one time. I'm going to get in trouble for this one. She called me one time, and she's like, Veronica, why do you say motherfucker on the radio? I'm like, they don't say that on the radio. She's like, no, every time I they listen to talk radio all day. Every time I listen to radio, every time I watch Fox News, they say motherfucker. I'm like, say it slow so I can understand what you're hearing. And she's like, mother of fuck. I'm like, matter of fact? Yes, Veronica, that's what they say. So she mixes up everything and she turns it into a swear.
I love all the loose translations. I love it. It's great.
She will hate me. She will hate me if she hears this.
You watching right now? Do you know?
She probably is. Well, sometimes she does.
I was like, what time?
But
Did she watch it
hates-
live? What time is it there? Is she back in Poland right
It's
now?
like, no, she's in Canada. It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
like
that's
it's
right.
2 in the
Back to the
morning there.
motherland. Canada, same thing. Our
Listen.
friendly neighbors to the north.
That's where I learned how to play poker, and I'm telling you, angling was a part of the game, like extreme angling. Extreme angling!
I love it. Really,
Yeah,
so
it
all
was
about just shooting the angles
Slow
home.
rolling, angling, like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, nice hand. Nice hand. Yeah, give her the chips. Oh, wait, I've got the winner.
Oh yeah, and I've seen people like, okay, well, I've been guilty of this too. But you know, somebody calls you on a stone cold bluff, and you just say something totally believable before even flipping over your hand, like, just two pair, you know? And they're like, nice hand, and they fold,
They've done that to me.
and they push the pot to me. I almost feel bad, but not that bad.
They used to do that to me when I first started. They'd be like, yeah, I got a straight. And then you're like, I fold my hand. And then, you know, they'll laugh or something. And they,
messed up.
anyway.
Yeah, so apparently I'd fit right in Canada. That sounds good to know.
Canada. They wouldn't understand you, you know. You've got too much of an accent.
I know. I never think I have an accent until I go somewhere else, and I realize I have one.
I have this Polish hunger. I can't make it more than like 2 hours without eating.
No, I love it. Show everybody what you're eating.
Fish tacos.
They're not bad.
They're really good. Sammy's is the best. We're on break still for another minute and a half. What do you want me to do, huh? What do you want me to do? I got fish tacos. I gotta eat. Is this wrong? Am I wrong for this, Justin?
We'll talk after the show.
Everybody's judging you silently. Actually, they're not even silent in the chat room. They just judge you in text.
They're still talking about hands and I love that our chat room gets like so crazy.
Oh, and they get like very opinionated on how people played. Like they're the best players ever, and they've never made a mistake.
Oh, thanks, Justin.
And I respect it.
You know, everybody in the chat room is the best player, and they actually. Lyman always says this on Live at the Bike. We have an open seat. You're more than welcome to come down here and try to take everyone's money since you're so good.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
And-
bringing someone else in?
Trolling is much more fun in life, guys, in real life, than online, I promise you. You can at least see the reactions you're getting. But of course, mad keystrokes are fun as well.
So who do we have left? We've got 3 players. The blinds are about to be 40-80.
We have Daryl, Casey,
And Alan.
And Alan.
Okay, I'm just gonna chow down here for a sec. Is Earl Troll coming down with Val's husband too?
I don't know. He said, please put me on the list. He's ready. He's coming down for sure. Oh, come on. We're not berating our audience, Persian. You know we love you guys. Come on.
19 seconds. There's Bob, our elite tech guy. He's the man.
He is. It's funny. He's back there, and I swear he just has command central, and he's like pushing stuff over here, going over here, doing the crossover. It's pretty impressive, actually.
And it's going to be 5,000.
All right, Persian, you're on, bud. Next time I'm in the booth, come on down. We'll do a little heads up.
Is he wanting to do a heads up with you?
Yeah, IRL stands for in real life. Yay!
Let's do it. I was just trying to find where you said
We
something.
can play in real life.
You're super intimidating. We played once. We played together once, right?
Yeah, and we had a blast. That was a ridiculously fun
That was
game.
the best table ever.
I know. I remember like leaving and you hitting me up like hours later. How can you leave? This game's awesome. This is amazing. I'm
We
like
both
literally.
cashed out big on that
I know.
game,
I need
too.
like a wheelbarrow to carry out all the chips.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, down to the action.
Back in it. See, these guys get breaks. We don't get breaks.
No, that's why I'm shoving fish tacos down my pie hole.
Wow, graphic.
A beautiful shuffle by our dealer there. I like that dealer. He's a good chef.
You know what? We got some quality dealers here. Not even gonna lie. I played at some other clubs where the dealers were less than acceptable, in my opinion. Ones where you have to be on top and be really counting your own pots, and you're like, guys, like, I shouldn't have to do that. I'm just a player. Like that's what we're here for.
Oh, I was like on tilt. I was playing an 08 tournament at the series, and it was like a long time ago. And the dealer was like, okay, there's no low in this hand, so I'm gonna put all the chips together. I'm like, you're not supposed to tell someone that. What if someone's drawing to the low and they don't know? I hate when. But we've got great dealers here. They wouldn't do that.
Look at Alan's stack of tiles right there. Just the stack
So
of blue rectangles.
And now it doesn't matter what he's got. He's just got chips
No, now
and
I,
some balls. And he's
I
gonna
feel like
raise.
now, Alan, now he's gonna start playing hard. I mean, you have to, right? It's 3 hand. He's gonna open up his range, obviously, and plus he's got the big chip stack. Alan's really gonna get in there and start getting involved a lot now. Casey's played like a rock. Not surprised
Casey's
to
just
see.
putting
Not
in
surprised
some
to see
TV time
Daryl.
here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see all three of these guys here. To be honest with you, I mean, obviously,
Well,
I know there's
Alan
other,
just calls. I'm sorry.
there's
Alan
other really
just
great
calls.
players. They took some really crappy beats, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised we got some solid final three here.
Did he just call? I'm just waiting for the graphics to catch up.
He doesn't even know. He's like, oh, there it is.
40, 80, 100,000.
We can't see because the camera's not there. I thought he put in a raise. I initially thought it was a raise.
Here we go. So we got Alan that raised to an okay.
They're talking about downswings right now in the chat box. What's your longest downswing?
I don't even know. It's just, you mean just as far as like losing constantly? Gosh, there was probably a solid, where I was playing almost every day, a solid 2 to 3 week period where it was like almost consistent losses. And we're talking like bad beats, gnarly beats too. You know what I mean?
Gnarly beats?
Like gnarly beats, like constant 2 outer beats. The ones where you go home
2
and you're
weeks.
like, yeah, no, it was
3
bad.
weeks, that's not bad.
No, it was a lot of money though. Because it was like daily. It wasn't like, oh, 2 or 3 weeks and I played twice. It was like every day.
The second time he had an ace and 16.
But I was saying before, my best comeback story was actually in an 8-16 game back in the day at the Lucky Derby. And I had 4 $2 chips left, $8. Ran it back up to like 1,100, 1,200. Felt like a millionaire. I'm the best thing in the world.
I played one cash game where for like 6 or 7 rounds I got aces on the big blind each time, and each time they didn't believe me, and I got paid almost every single time. I made
And they
a lot
held
of money.
up. That's the most fun. Daryl taking it down.
See, these tournaments take a long time, so you gotta eat.
Yeah, Persian, to answer your question, it was 8-16 limit because this was before they actually had no limit allowed in Sacramento by law. So the biggest game they had, actually I don't even think they evolved into a spread limit game, a 200 max bet spread limit game. And then from there, eventually they got no limit opened up. But the only game before even the spread limit game was literally just the 8-16.
Rob writes in the chat, Rob writes addicted. He can't do it. He can't let us go. He can't quit us.
No, he can't quit.
We want to see blood. We want to see like queens and kings and aces.
Oh yeah, I feel like it's like we're watching NASCAR for the car crash, you know.
I know, we're horrible.
There we go.
You fold a Daryl and he's going to smack you upside the head with a stack. Casey's got 8 big blinds. He's got to make a move. Am I speaking the obvious?
No. See, that's the thing, is that there's always so many levels of players watching this that you have obviously very advanced players, a lot of advanced players that could easily be sitting at this final table, but then you have people who are just new to poker, want to see the game, want to see cool live poker that they wouldn't be able to see otherwise.
Timadiva loves my shirt. Where did I get it? I had it made because the internet. I got it on the internet. I was gonna wear it if one was gonna do commentary on my night that I was playing, but he didn't, so I didn't wear it.
Looks like we got Alan who pushed all in here with King Queen suited. And Casey's gonna get out of the way. Alan's gonna take it down. How are those? Are those delicious?
So good.
Sweet.
I just don't want to chew all big in front of people.
Everybody's judging you, for sure. They're like counting your bites online, the OCD people.
I just got to a point where I just don't care anymore. I'm just playing. I'm just eating on air.
You're just gonna be like
It's
here
not
in
my
your
birthday.
pajamas, eating like a pint of Haagen-Dazs. Like, what's up, guys? I'm just here to watch some poker with you.
And then go to Walmart after.
And then go to what, McDonald's? What you say? Nailed it. Just cap it off with some good McDonald's at the end of the way home.
Stop. Like when my brain malfunctions, don't point it out.
Sorry.
I said Walmart.
Sorry, I'm not sorry.
Were you gonna say McDonald's?
All right, it's on Alan here with pocket fours, 40K to call. Looks like we're gonna get a raise. We're gonna go upstairs here.
Casey was probably thinking about shoving this hand too.
Oh yeah, he was till Alan opened it up. Let's see what he got in for. imagine, yeah, 100 some, 120K raised by Alan. This is Casey's go-to move right here. The kiss the hand. This is his spot.
He's like the Godfather. Kiss my hand. Kiss my pinky ring.
You come to me on this day, my daughter's wedding. You ask for one favor, I fold my blind.
I love it. Daryl's just sitting there with his middle finger to the world. He's doing that on purpose. He's such a needler. Did I tell you what he said to me the first time he met me?
What?
Well, I like those glasses. They make you look 10 years younger, but that lipstick makes you look 12 years older. And I was like,
So he makes you do math right off the bat. He's like, so wait, a net gain of 2. Wait, that wasn't a compliment.
no, it was not.
All right, let's see what's going on here. We got Casey on the button here. He's gonna act first. Casey wakes up with ace-5. And Casey's gonna get it in there. Casey is all in here for about 260K. Alan's gone. All right, he's gonna take it.
So DK Barrel says, where's that first one? When I have a big loss, the first thing I think of is I wish I had a huge bottle of vodka right now. Then the second thing I think of is if I hadn't played poker today, I could afford 100 huge bottles of vodka. And I get sadder.
Aww.
Aww. We feel your pain.
All right, looks like we got Daryl first act here on the button. Oh, I was gonna say he hasn't woken up with a hand in a while, so this will work out great here. We got ace-king suited for Daryl, first to act. And we got Alan with ace-8, who's gonna be next to act. If he thinks Daryl's just getting fresh and making a move, we might see some action here. Ooh.
Three-handed, you gotta think ace-8 might be good.
Yeah, right? And it's literally about half the stack. I mean, it's something Alan's gonna think about it for a minute.
Casey's like, please take him out.
Oh,
Please just call.
Casey's so
God
hoping.
and baby Jesus, please.
All right, yeah, we definitely is gonna tank on it for a minute, for sure. So, I mean, Alan's thinking about, obviously, he has a commanding lead right now. He has everybody out chip 2-1. Slightly less than that, I guess, if Daryl just takes this pot and folds.
If he takes Daryl out, he's gonna destroy Casey.
Well, it's an insta win.
And it's an
He
insta
knows
win.
he wins this tournament if he calls and beats Daryl in the spot.
That's what's running through his head right now, and Daryl's perfectly capable of doing this with a even worse ace than Alan, or a small little pair.
Because if
Yeah.
Alan calls and wins the spot, Casey would literally have to double back through Alan 3 times. I mean, it's just such a massive overstack here. And I think Alan right now is basically just debating, did Daryl do this with just 2 pink cards? Am I technically ahead with ace high?
I think he's gonna count to see how much he has behind after calling, because he knows he's not that far ahead of him. I mean, in his head, and he folds. We can see that he's super dominated.
Yeah, for sure. And Casey,
Super dominated.
super dominated. Not just dominated, super dominated. Card locked and everything. All right, and Daryl's gonna take this down. And nobody will ever believe until they watch it later that Daryl had ace king.
So I make it 80,000.
Daryl put on some Panther's blood before he came here.
Yeah, for sure. Made with real bits of Panther. It's true.
I don't think I wanted you to call.
You know, 70% of the time it works every time. And this could be one of those times for him.
If you render half, you stop.
You ever subscribe to the, when you're stuck, subscribe to just going up higher in levels to get unstuck?
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy that my husband and I met in Vegas, and he was like this huge degenerate. Him and his wife were like super Vegas. Like when they went to Vegas, they went
to
bananas.
Vegas. Yeah,
they
it was
went
like
to
an
Vegas.
affair, yeah.
They didn't like go into their room for 4 days. It was so crazy. But he was like, yeah, if I lose at the 5-10 game, I just go to the 10-20, and if I start losing at the 10-20, I'll just go to 20-40. And
I tried that with blackjack once. It did not work out well.
Yeah, it's because it was blackjack.
It's true.
You got to do it with a one deck.
And then when I learned poker, never again.
Oh, when I learned the poker,
It's
yeah.
a poker. He's gonna fold it over to Daryl. Daryl's got the reputation of, if you call me, you know it's gonna be for all your chips, right? Because it's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
up,
you're gonna
you know?
have to. If you put in a raise, he'll shove.
Yeah.
It's basically you're committing everything.
Yeah, guys, there hasn't been any discussion of a chop yet, and we're thinking that most likely it's because Daryl doesn't chop. I mean, there's a couple commanding chip leads. I think if there was any talk of it, it's going to be...
Once
It's not
Casey's
going
gone.
to be till something happens to Casey. Either he gets real lucky and double triples up, or he's out of this, and then there might be talk that...
Double
between-
triple, the double triple, huh?
The double triple. It's happened. I've seen it. It's real. It's
You
not
want
a
some French
unicorn.
fries?
Take one. Just one. For dessert, maybe I'll have half an M&M. I'm on the supermodel diet, so...
How is that? Is that good? Huh?
Yeah, this was
Oh,
literally
yeah?
the whole day. That's all I've eaten.
Is my fry good in your mouth?
That, whoa, that and 7 bottles of Stone's water. Casey's all in. He's gonna take it. Alan can't call. 7 deuce. Alan's still here with a commanding chip lead for sure.
Daryl's hair actually was short when we started this final table.
It grows at an alarming rate. I gotta
Right?
get that checked out, actually. All right, Daryl first act here. Jack deuce on the button. He's gonna let it go. Casey woke up with a hand. If Alan feels like getting crafty here, nah, Casey's gonna take it. That's good, because Alan would have probably doubled up Casey there if he puts him out.
While we've got an audience, I have to say, on Wednesday, you guys have to tune in. We have a very, very special pro playing on our 10-25 game on Wednesday.
Ooh, I'm excited. It doesn't take much though, to be honest.
Yeah. Shiny things.
Yeah. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Especially when you're not getting paid. I mean, the water. Like, ooh, water.
They're like, all the water you can drink. I'm like, I'm in. I'll take it. I'm in. Say no more.
The buy-in for this tournament was $350. We're getting asked again. We should really put that up on our screen, right?
Yeah, we'll have it up there next time.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it up there.
We'll get it up there. These
You
guys
know,
here, these guys, next time, there's
You
going to be
know.
some buy-ins on the screen. Our guys in the back here behind us. They get it up there for
Those
you.
chisel chests, they're gonna make it happen.
These guys over here.
Alan
Stop
looks
being
like-
such these jabronis.
Jabronis.
All right, Alan's going to pop it up.
That's called popping it, folks. It's called popping it like it's hot.
It's true. He's going to make it 100K.
After fish,
Casey's going to get
you
out.
always need some gloss.
Ah, it's true.
Daryl's gonna get out of the way also. Family Guy quotes.
Thank you. Ooh, piece of candy.
Had they let us do body shots like we asked before we started,
This would be way more entertaining.
it would be bananas
And people
in
can see
here.
your shirt better because we can just hold it up there. Just trying to kill a couple birds with one stone here, guys.
Then I can let my belly just sit in the middle.
Do you guys like all this?
This is magic right here. This is natural. This belly is natural.
God, Peter. And Daryl here on the small blind, 8-3. If he gets, oh, he's good, and it's going to be a good muck here. Because if he got crappy, I think Alan might have looked him up there. Alan is staying pretty steady and slow climbing, and we got Daryl dwindling a little bit, Casey coming up a little bit. It's starting to get down there. It's definitely getting down to crunch time.
So the blinds are 20,000, 40,000. They're all pretty short stacked.
We got
Observations.
Tim Mediva saying, poker pros actually live in their cars or mom's basement. Well, you know what? Free rent, and they're just being efficient. We get it. And that car's paid off they're living in, by the way.
Poker's dirty secret.
No, it's true though. I mean, I've seen guys at high stakes cash games with 30,000 in front of them with holes in their socks.
No. I'll tell you what my life tilt is. When guys are sitting with 30,000 in front of them and their teeth look like wood chips.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Brown wood chips.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, take 2,000-3,000 and get your freaking teeth cleaned and fixed, man. Poker pose, living in a van down by the river.
Oh man, rest in peace, Chris Farley. That is a great skit.
That was one of the best skits. And the lay off me, I'm starving.
When you actually go back and watch it, like it's funny just thinking about it, but you actually watch it again, it's hard.
I can't watch it. I remember once I was watching SNL while I was rocking my son to sleep, and I have it on my phone. I'll burst out laughing and wake him up, so I can't watch that.
Yeah.
What happened?
What are you doing?
What was I
Did you
doing?
get a fight with a ballpoint pen?
Yeah, I was going bananas with that Stones pen. Stones pens. Everything's Stones. These are my patches, tapes and water bottles to it. Anyway.
That was a good little promo they ran the other night. I don't think you were here. They ran a promo with like deep poker or something. Deep poker or whatever.
Are you effing kidding me? Deej Poker?
I was really hammered drunk.
It was a night out with Deej Poker,
Well, it
double
was fantastic.
jackpots, white chip bounty tournament on Friday.
I didn't get in the tournament.
Deej. Wow.
Deep gut.
I am going to. You're fired. You're fired.
Whatever. I'll take my paid check. Never mind.
Here you go. Here you go. Casey's all in.
Almost.
That was so close. Next man, I was one hand off.
Daryl's stack looks so small now.
Good luck, everyone.
That button didn't move.
So Daryl's got 12 big blinds.
Yeah.
Alan's got like 24,
Yeah, it's half a stack right there. But
25. Casey's got 8. Bigger Ultra's watching from his own basement.
I like that.
You must not be in California because I don't know anyone in California that's got a basement unless your house is like 80 years old.
It's true. I've seen a few, but they're rare. They're very rare.
Shuffle Up and Trill says I have to lie to my girlfriend when I play.
You know the worst part is when your wife or your husband ever calls you and you're like, hey, where are you at? They can hear the chips clanking in the back. They know you're in a casino.
No, my husband always knows, but he's like, when are you coming home, you degenerate?
So he's just asking if there's a lot of degenerates around here. Well, you know at least one.
He's got a short leash on me, I'll tell you that.
All right, Casey's gonna get out of here. Yeah, looks like we got Daryl. We don't know what he has, and Daryl's gonna ship it in on Alan. For the 515, 475 more for Alan. Yeah, she's gone. It happens. It's all that Stone's water I've been getting paid. Gives me the hiccups.
It's that supermodel diet.
Nothing there either on the budget? Oh, now.
And he super degens at Stone's gambling hall. You know, do you know of any casino or gambling hall card room that doesn't
have some? Yeah, no. All of them have a subset. And you know what?
If
you know what you
don't,
can find them?
you're in the wrong place.
Just pick 3 random times to go there in any given week, and you'll see those players there every time you're there. Those are the DJs right there.
Those are the grinders. You don't want to grind against grinders.
Daryl looking down at 9-10. That might be a Daryl fun hand here from the button. We'll see. And that is a Daryl fun hand. It's good enough to get it all in there here.
Get it in there,
Yeah,
Daryl.
he is. He's good at that.
Oh,
Alan's
yeah.
gonna be gone. Oh, what?
Hope for what and baby Jesus.
Casey's thinking, is this for my tournament life here?
He can't call this.
No, he's waited this long. I can't see him pushing it all in on this, but you never know.
He's a patient man.
He is. Nice guy.
He's one of my 3 of my trifecta. So I have got Casey, Jason McRoberts, my wild child.
All right.
And then I've got my honey badger, Kyle.
My honey badger. Oh, yeah. Now, you talk about people staring down people's souls and knowing where they're at in the hand. Kyle always knows where he's at in the hand.
Yeah, he's a sick young man.
And I know you mean that as a complete compliment.
Yeah.
He's just, what's wrong with him? He's sick? What's wrong?
That's what my mother would say. Veronica, you know you shouldn't say stuff like that. What if he is sick? What if his mother's sick? What you gonna do?
This guy in the back's just trolling. I like
Yeah.
it. He's just chilly yawning. He's like, I ain't playing for
That's
money.
Earl, everybody, if you wanted to know what Earl looked like.
Yeah. All right, Alan on the button, waking up with ace queen suited. 3-hand is huge. This is going to probably be for Casey's tournament life. We're going to see what happens here.
All in.
Alan's going to push it all in.
Shuffle Up and Trill says I have the rump money now, but I can triple this. Let me tell you, I was at a table once with a girl who shoved all in, and lost and started crying and said it was her rent money. And security had to come and get her because she didn't want to leave. She lost her rent money. She was crying. It was so bad. It was so embarrassing. I felt so bad for her.
All right, so Casey's thinking, is this my hand? Is this where I put it all in? He's got to think, best case scenario, he's a coin flip.
Best.
I know, right?
I'm just gonna eat a little fish while Casey makes a decision.
Casey's just thinking about how many more hands do I have? I mean, obviously I gotta push soon. Am I just trying to basically hope that Daryl and Alan get involved at this point and skate into the next money spot?
You don't want to be the one calling all in, you want to be the one shoving all in.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And Alan's gonna take it.
And I'm just shoving french fries in my pocket.
Yeah, I was gonna, you're just shoving the fish tacos all in, is what you're doing.
That's what I do.
And Alan remains strong at 1.2 million. Definitely the dominant force right now here.
I ate so much pork this weekend. Every meal that I made had pork in it, so I gotta eat a little bit of fish now, even it out.
Mix it up.
Except for my poppy seed roll. I made a poppy seed roll with no pork. Usually I put bacon on top, but...
Alright, we got Casey here with 8-6.
I play poker to figure out how to turn ugly track homes into custom digs.
Daryl's got King 3. Let's see what he does here. That's a good muck. He would have ran into some problems there if he tries to get an entanglement here with Alan. Your call.
Just looking into the future.
I know. I don't even want to ruin it.
The future.
Where are they at?
Let me tell you your future. California psychics, call me now, $1 a minute.
Hey, Miss Cleo, call me now. Remember that? She totally got arrested and went down for fraud hard.
No way.
Oh, look it up.
How is she fraudulent?
And how
She's
do
a
I know that?
psychic,
I have
man.
no
She
idea.
should have known.
She should have seen it coming.
Yeah?
Now she's a psychic in Mexico and they can't get her.
I have a friend that I really love, but every time she starts talking about the psychic, I'm like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about poker, because she calls a psychic.
Oh, wow.
I have another friend who wants me to interpret her dreams with her, and I just like, I'm not calling you back about this, but we can talk about other things.
Right,
You gotta lay the line down for women.
Yeah, lay it out.
Your girlfriends. Not women, but your girlfriends.
It's perfect.
Daryl's gonna do some
Boom.
shovage. Boom!
He's like, I've shoved with less.
Or with worse.
Exactly. Yeah, not much action here. Nobody's calling. Casey's, you can almost see the pain in Casey's eyes right there. So he just does like the wink fold. He's like, just give me anything to just get in there with, please. Anything.
Shuffle Up and Trill says, can I claim your daughter on my taxes? It depends.
In some countries, I think that would cost you like a goat, you know? It's like some dowry or something. I'm not sure.
What country are you referring to that you'd like to insult right now?
The 6th and part of the 7th, actually, if we don't mind.
Playing with my kids' asthma meds money.
Wow. You guys want the definition of a degenerate? There you have it.
Definition of degenerate, yeah. Well, my kid needed these seizure control meds, but you know, I really needed to play tonight. You have male fans.
Oh, well, this is Chemo, man. Everybody knows Chemo, dude. The legend precedes himself right here.
You're like Morrissey. Men love you.
And Daryl's like, I can't even get action on this. Like, he's like, I always have these. I always have King Queen. I always have.
Just like
these
whenever it's
cards.
Daryl's big blind, just ship all the chips to him. He's gonna win it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna be three-handed until it's ace-ace against king-king.
Alan has just been like, just a rock tank, just sitting there like, all right, guys, whenever you can let me win this. I've been really working on it for a while.
Can you go to Justin with it?
All right, let's see, coming out here, we got Casey on the button. Nothing to work with here. Yes, Poker Pro Eric. It was the one and only Chemo. another old train home game player there.
Oh yeah?
My place back in the day, yeah. A lot of these guys actually
You're a full-up degenerate, aren't you?
went on to do big things, yeah. Not
how
me.
are you doing?
Not me. I'm just here to watch them do big things and support them. Yay, go team!
Go home, cry in the fetal position every night in the shower.
No, and go suck it up too.
Oh yeah. Do you sing anything?
Actually, you know what I say? I want to know what love is.
I want you to show
It's extra
me.
sad. It's really extra sad.
I actually I think I played that video. I think I Snapchatted Jake that video. It's a corny video.
Oh, it's so bad. Now you know why they want to know what love is when you're seeing how horrible this is. You're like, yeah, I bet you do want to know. All right, Daryl, first act here. Jack 10 on the button. And we could see some sparks here if he gets in with Alan.
I want Daryl to be my coach, you know?
Life coach, poker coach, skydive
Poker
coach.
coach.
Yeah, take your pick.
My husband's my life coach.
Hair
so,
coach?
you
He
know,
does it all.
Hair coach.
He does it all.
I wonder what he would recommend for my hair. Just do what I do. Look at that meditation deepness. It's just deepness. That's all I can call it. Fear me. It's like Danzig in the Life of Glory days.
Oh yeah, just kidding.
They said he
We're not
did
gonna get a
shove
push
Jack
here.
10 before.
Yeah, we're not going to get a push here. We're just going to get a sizable little raise here, see what happens.
Beer Belly making appearances. You know, the viewers, the rail, they still get trolled. You know, if you're going to be on the camera, you're going to get trolled.
Absolutely.
And if you're going to wear socks with your sandals, you're going to get trolled.
No one is safe. You're going to be in here with a pair of Crocs, you might get trolled. I see it. I see
It's cool in California, unusually cool. I could see why he's wearing socks with his sandals, man.
All right, looks so we got a shove here. Oh no, we got a call. Sorry, Alan, call. Gosh, poor Casey can't get anything to work with over here. So Daryl's going in his hand with position, King 4-3 on the flop. So Alan's got the best of it right now.
And a backdoor flush.
Calling a shove.
And he all in, and Daryl wants to fold.
Think about it's good enough.
Big stacks here. Daryl and Casey both have a bit of a mountain to climb here against Alan.
Behold, the chip stack of Alan.
I called this from the top of a mountain.
He can't even see you over his chips.
I know. He's like, I will build them above my face so you cannot get a read.
So he's looking around. Yeah, so if you guys want to play in our monthly tournaments every Sunday, last Sunday, not every Sunday.
Every last Sunday. There's a whole 12 of them a year. All in. Casey, get it in there. Let's see what happens.
Give it.
And Daryl's going to snap call. We're going to see some action here. We are going to see 5 cards, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's just, you know, just one card over the other. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. Oh, no, double notched.
Double notched.
Call that the double notch. Everybody whiffs. Still a whiff. And the last strike coming out.
You watch a lot of South Park.
Queen, oh, whiffed? You got it whiffed? Yeah, you know, me and my buddies play games, and when you like miss a good shot or something, they're like, wow, you whiffed. You whiffed that hard, bro.
140.
Casey, the patient man, he's been so patient, and he gets there.
I feel like I have 10 pounds of fish in my front teeth.
Yeah, I ate that half
You know?
to fry. I'm feeling really bloaty.
You actually look really good.
Thank you.
I was gonna say something, but I didn't know you noticed.
Well, I need to go. I already did my binging. Now I need to go purge. If I could just go throw up a little bit, that'd be great.
That one fry really, it did a lot.
It's not pretty.
I spent like, I don't want to talk nursing stories.
Those, I think, could get pretty extravagant pretty quick. Pretty graphic.
Lots of penile implant stuff.
Wow. Yeah. That escalated quickly.
Yeah. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, we got I like Cali Donks 247. He's definitely a Casey fan in here. Wants to come back in. Oh, and he gets it in again. Let's see what he's got.
All in.
Oh, we got a muck. We'll hand this over to Alan. Oh, Alan calls. Here we go. Ooh, Alan wakes up with a hand. Ace King. Casey's been so patient. Ace 8. Drawn thin here. Casey has been like the survivor of the table.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
He has.
Oof, that's gonna be slim here. Running 8s. Running 8s, anyone? Running 10 jack. Oh, just a sweat. Baby sweat card.
Baby sweat.
Baby sweat. Tiny sweat. And he's gonna take it. The rich get richer. Got heads up here. Great game, Casey.
Even chop?
No.
Get in here.
I love it. Daryl offers the even chop to Alan.
Want to chop?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
he's bringing his own chair.
We got Casey
Look at
coming
this
in. He's like, this was the chair I put the tournament in.
guy. You did great. It was actually nice seeing you. I haven't seen you in so
How's it going,
long.
man? Great job. You're the official survivor of this tournament.
Yeah.
Dude. Like,
That was
just
crazy.
patience of a saint.
Yeah, just definitely the underdog on that one.
If you're on a chop, you can talk. but not-
Fun coming into this tournament. You know, midnight. Not a lot of pressure on me. I just pick my spots, pick battles.
You just like you're coming in 9th, so you're free rolling.
I was.
Right?
Yeah.
You picked your battles really well. If the audience has any questions for Casey too about any specific hands,
Everyone's like
shoot for it.
shooting all the Casey stuff. Casey, oh no, even chop. Watt Bryce has a good game. Poker Pro Eric has a good game.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
What price says Casey with multiple exclamation points? Yeah.
So yeah, don't give us any spoilers. We're still watching. I don't know if they're gonna chop or not, but
We got a question here. Ask Casey why he folded 3-3 in that spot.
I was watching the little pairs going all in, and they weren't holding up. So I decided that I'd rather have two larger cards going in. There's a couple hands where I could play a little different. The pocket 8s. It took me a while. It's like, do I push all in here, or do I just see if I can see a flop here? And then once I get he comes back shoving all in. It's kind of what I wanted. I kind of wanted to go for it, and then I just pulled the trigger or something. I just didn't go.
Jake,
right
as soon
that
as
way.
I walked out, Jake's like, "What about Casey and those pocket 8s?" I was like, "Well, I'll ask him as soon as I see him."
Yeah, that was a tough one. And then my ace king that I had, not re-raising or shoving all in. I had enough chips to where if I didn't see an ace or a king on the flop, I could get away with it. So I just call, and sure enough, a king hits, but it goes club.
Oh, that was so sick. And
Oh,
actually,
yeah, that was the Ace King with the 3 clubs, right?
Ace
And then
yeah,
the
that was a
ace came
stellar
on the
laydown.
river.
Stellar laydown.
So if, obviously if there's only 2 clubs, I instantly call that. With that 3rd club out there, any club is a board on it.
Yeah, you're toast. And you have to fade so many things.
Yeah.
especially with 2 people all
And
in
it,
front
and
of
it
you.
ended up turning the 10, and then the club that completed was the ace, so you still would have had King 10, 2 pair, and Ace King 2 pair.
That would definitely have been
Yeah.
a game changer with Daryl.
Yeah.
That's where he got it.
A lot of his chips.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited. I mean, Daryl's just going to put pressure on Alan constantly. He's just shoving on it. It's shoving. So we'll see. Alan's just eventually going to have to
Unbelievable.
pick up a hand.
And Alan's not getting anything to even look him up with.
And Alan is not going to give up the chip lead. He's not going to just call light. So Daryl knows he's just going to keep shoving until Alan picks up on something.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
to. He has to.
Yeah, you guys are like, yeah, whatever. So what's up? You haven't been playing on our live stream in a long time. You're one of my trifecta members. We've been missing you. I told everyone that I texted you and I was like, what the hell's going on? Are you still alive?
Yeah, it's just been real busy coaching right now. So in season, so I can't get over here usually in the evenings, and then on the weekends I'm off doing swim tournaments.
Yeah. Cool. It's good. You got a life outside of the poker room.
Yeah, I was like, it's
Not
like
a lot
it's
of
all
us
the main,
do.
it's all the main day job guys that come in on the weekends and they just kill the tournament, right?
Yeah,
You, and,
yeah.
you know, it's just like.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna play like once every 3 months and just final table each time I play.
I swear like that was everybody at this table. They're like, I just roll in when I want to play, and I want
Yeah.
look at that. Oh, I win all of it.
Yeah, just whatever.
Yeah, it's probably been a month and a half since I've been able to come back and play. So
But there's something to be said about that. Isn't it nice coming in fresh after you're not grinding all the time? You come in and you're like, oh,
yes,
you know.
Setup's changed a bit, right?
yes, definitely.
Yeah, we've been upgrading slowly. Every week is something new, and I'll have to tell you some more out of the booth. Some things we can't reveal right away.
Not yet.
I'll show a bit of my ankle, but that's it.
The suspense
Nothing
is
else.
building. Did he? Wait, we might have
At
a call
some
here. We got a
point,
call.
Alan's gonna have to call.
He calls it.
Okay.
We're gonna see it right here. This could be the hand.
All right, we're ready.
I'm so scared.
Oh God, and baby Jesus, let's hope for something good. Daryl's like, ah.
Daryl's gonna need to
I
catch
need-
up here. Not with that flop. Not with that flop. Still looking for an 8 or a 10 here. Oof. Only an 8 or a 10. Whoever holds your piece. Let it be.
And it's over.
And Alan's gonna take first here. Daryl is gonna take a strong second. You guys all played a lot. I mean,
Very
all of you
well.
guys were put in some really tight spots where you had to like really maneuver around, and you guys lasted for sure.
I was surprised. I mean, Alan played very tight. I thought he'd loosen up with the bigger stack, try to push us around, but he stayed very tight. All my doubles were pretty much off of Daryl. So as soon as Alan called me, it's like, okay, he definitely has a hand.
Yeah.
Just a bummer that I wake up, another all-in opportunity. Because at that point, I mean, Daryl and I are so close to the chip count. So we're just pretty much fighting for that second place.
Yeah.
But it'd be, if one of us got each other out, it'd be a good run.
That's what I was gonna say. Then at least you
it
have a
changes.
force against Alan,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Otherwise, he's just picking you both off.
Right, right.
So sweet, great
Cool.
action,
Thanks
man.
for joining us in the booth. I appreciate it. It's nice seeing you.
Yes,
Come
thanks
back
for
and play
having
some cash. Get in our live stream.
Alrighty, we'll do. Thanks,
Sweet,
guys.
good seeing you, dude.
See you. Ah, come on. Nice seeing you. Daryl, come here.
Sweet. Duder himself
Do you want to get in the middle, or
with
where do
the
you want to
Racco
be?
chips.
Can I hold your money? Here.
It's not money yet.
Ba, 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 ba.
It's just chips.
Just cash value.
Good job, Dan.
Thanks.
Good to see you, man.
Nice work. Nice seeing you again.
Yeah.
You did phenomenal. You were
Phenomenally.
You were controlling the table for a long time.
Yes. I kept doubling up the same guy,
Yeah.
and I got it in good every time.
Right?
So,
Yeah, no, you were forced.
can't really
man.
do anything.
You were forced. You were catching some sweet hands too.
Yeah. Yeah, you were. But good timing on all your moves, and it's like you had a good read on where
the one where I
everyone was.
folded king queen on the button, and the guy showed an ace. I figured you guys would like talk about that one a bit. So I don't know. I figured he snap bet, and it was big. It was like 3x or a little bit over that. And I was like, I don't know. I should shove here, but I really don't want to lose half my stack, and I'm probably not good. He's calling most of the time. So I don't know. That was a tight fold for me.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that one for like half an hour.
No, and you, it's funny, we brought it up several times, you are just like the blind button, small blind, big blind, just defender of destiny,
Defender.
dude. You're just like, I mean, I feel like every time somebody tries to just make a move to snatch the blinds, you just feel it and you're on it, you know?
Yeah. I don't want to go too deep into my push fold call
Yeah,
strategy.
no, it's cool, I like it though.
Yeah.
It's good. It's strong, dude.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good part of my game. I grew up playing 45 mans online, so it's like it has every stage of the tournament. I'm really good at push fold. I'm really good at anywhere from like 7 to 20 big blinds. That's my bread and butter. I prefer deeper stack stuff because you get more creativity, but I'm really good at the fundamental stuff.
Yeah, and you weren't speaking of deep stacks, you were like a WPT instructor for a minute, right? Deep stacks, right, for a minute or
Yeah,
something like that?
I was a tournament instructor with them for a bit. Yeah, and went around on tour. I did a lot of stuff with them. Yeah.
I'll tell you, not to say anything bad about Val's game or Casey's game, but I think you put a little fear into them because they were actually scared to raise your big blind or small blind because you were defending.
Which one's Val and Casey?
Literally, the next two
Val,
players.
the girl at the table,
Oh, Val, yeah.
and Casey,
Oh, Val.
the one
Oh,
to
yeah.
her right.
Yeah. Can we get Earl in here?
Oh, okay, come lay on the lap. On our laps,
It's a family
Earl.
affair.
Wheel in the wide angle.
Oh, I love it.
No, I gotta drive, man. Yeah, I'll do some heroin though. No, I'm kidding.
Chaos in the booth.
Don't do that.
Earl's here.
Narcotics in this country are out of control.
Yeah, great.
No, he's
I
not
don't even know
wrong.
where to
He's
go
not.
now.
He's not wrong. No, but you guys played some solid.
It's prescribed now, man.
No, I think a lot of you guys were ended up in some really tight spots and made
Yeah.
some really good, calls, folds.
Yeah, there was quite a few times I felt I could have picked up a lot of momentum, a lot of chips, but things didn't go my way. Like 2 shoves in front of me, and I wake up with queens in the big blind, and what do you know? They have aces and king 10, and then king 10 on the flop. It's like, come on. Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that.
Yeah,
is
no, I was
nasty.
laughing. Like I was literally LOLing at the table.
Yeah.
After that flop came out.
Because that was about you had queens that flop, right? It was
Yeah,
king
yeah,
10, aces, queens.
And I'm like, all right, I get to win a side pot. Oh wait, she has aces.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it was cool.
Great.
Blinds went up really fast, but it's you just gotta adjust. It's the same for everyone, so it's not that big of a deal.
So you rolled in here, got a couple bucks. What are you gonna go do? You gonna do smart? You gonna go jump out of a plane or what?
I probably need to buy some more paint, but this is a lot of skydives for me. It's like if tournament wins are gonna buy time for me.
Yeah, I love it.
jumping. So yeah.
I love how you measure tournament wins. You're like, okay, second place gets me X amount of jumps.
Yeah, man.
And-
Like the difference between first and second is like, what, 3 or 4 months at the drop zone.
Yeah,
so
right?
It's like, come on, man. It's
I love
messed
it.
up.
It's the way of life, man. That's
Should have
rad.
chopped.
Could have got that many more jumps.
Yeah, man.
Sweet.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us in the booth.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get Alan in here too?
I don't know.
What do you think about Alan? Have you played with him before?
No, I don't know much about his game. He played super tight early, like a lot of short stacks. He was chip leader, so
Yeah.
it's smart, just play your hands. He actually played tighter that way.
He played very tight for a
He-
lot
well,
of
it's good that he did that. He had some bet sizing fallacies, but I don't, it's like,
Yeah.
it's small
You don't
stuff.
have to reveal your whole book of secrets.
No, well, yeah, but they're not secret. Come on.
How much
Well,
you charge for coaching? We
It's
all wanna
open
know.
source. My
Yeah.
books are open
Yeah.
source. So
How much you charge for coaching? She's in.
Well,
I'm in.
I don't know, like
You have to like the person first, right? So that's probably not gonna
probably like
It's like-
500 an hour.
It's like market price, something like that. Something small.
700 an hour.
Wow.
Keeps going up.
Wow.
I don't know, 700.
He's like, I never had to play tournaments again.
You, it's $100 an hour. For me, it's 3 because he
I was
has to
thinking it was gonna
tolerate
go
an
the other-
hour with me.
Thinking it was gonna go the other way.
I don't know. If
Jonathan Little's like $300 an hour. Jeez.
no, I normally charge by the minute. I actually, if you want to write it down, I have a 1-900 number you can call. So
Do you really?
yeah, I used to be a sex hotline person.
Nice.
have a
Let's do it.
fantastic voice.
1-900.
1-900. Sex,
to the people.
sex me up.
Let's do it. Sex me up. Everybody call.
Ask for cookie. All right.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming in the booth.
Yeah.
We're gonna get Alan in here. Nice run.
I'm gonna take these.
Yeah, take them.
Wait, you actually want the payout from your tournament?
Yeah, man.
All right.
White chips.
Make it rain.
Go have some jumps. man.
Don't get herpes on your lips by kissing them. I
Oh,
actually,
no.
in our live stream, I did not kiss the chips when Justin told me not to kiss.
Don't worry, that's not where my herpes is.
Zing!
Just kidding.
It's there.
It's no.
There's no outbreak right now. It's dormant.
And that's why we love Daryl.
Yeah. There's ointments.
I can't. I just can't.
the grand champion coming in now.
Grand Champ, how's it going?
You look so excited for just winning a big tournament. Hi. Nice to see you.
How's it going? Nice to see you, man. Good.
Nice win. Tell us about the table. We noticed you were chip leader, tightened up, and what was your strategy there?
Just sit and watch everybody else play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let them all take each other out.
Exactly, not to lose control. Pick my fights. Not to bluff. I didn't have anything to bluff with.
Yeah. You didn't pick a lot of
First-
big hands
first-
early on.
Yeah, early on was like 10 deuce, jack 3, and
Yeah, you were really tight. You were rocked for a long time, and then once it got down to what 3 players, you started opening up and really getting in there. But you held your position the whole time. I mean, it was a steady, gradual chip build.
Yeah, I just didn't want to make any mistakes.
Yeah.
Big mistakes.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think you got out when you needed to, and yeah, it was solid, man. Well played.
Yeah, it was a good game. Are you gonna join us? Do you come and play every month or every last Sunday?
Every weekend.
Every weekend you play. Okay.
I feel like everybody who's here is the weekenders, right? The guys who come in and they're like, we're just gonna win this tournament real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I work for them.
Yeah, and everybody
no.
same thing. Yeah, they come in when they're not working.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I can. Whenever my wife let me.
There you go. There you
I
go.
feel the same way. Whenever my wife lets me out.
Yeah.
No, I have a husband. My wife's on the side. It's like a girlfriend. But.
We all approve and condone that.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was a pleasure streaming for all of you lovely folks. And we will be here on Wednesday for a 10-25 game, and a very special pro will be in our game. It's a big deal.
Stay
It's a
tuned.
big deal. Stay tuned. All right, we'll see you on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
You guys are awesome.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Nice work, Alan.
Absolutely. Hey, congrats, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats.